Welcome back to another episode of the Etiquette Raider. So, switching things up a bit today. As advertised, I had a can of Peppermint White Russian, and Jesus Christ, am I feeling it. Usually don't drink, so it doesn't take much to get me going. Ooh boy. Yeah, earlier it was... Yeah, in the booziness, there's, let me see, there's sort of you get the buzz, and it went past the buzz into what I call the marionette phase, where you can just feel your limbs as if they're not even your own. And then I drank some water. I also drank an energy drink, which you're not supposed to do, but fuck it, it's the holidays. I can do what I want, damn it. Let me see. So, it's also the summer, Jesus, winter solstice, shortest day of the year. So it'll be pretty hot that we're going to get more sunlight soon. So that's pretty great. I also have some tater tots, bacon grease, and green beans going in the crock pot. So we got some good victuals coming down the line here. Views on YouTube have been going crazy. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. Yeah, anytime I get longer watch time, it works out really well. So appreciate anyone who happens to be tuning in. Let's see, let's crank out. Oh wait, we got to do our statistics. So we got 1,228,680 obby placed. Hell yeah, brother. Oh man. So fun little story from last night. So as I was uploading the day before yesterday's stream, so the 19th, I was like, oh fuck it, let's add a thumbnail. I've never made a thumbnail for a YouTube video. And so what I was going to do, I was going to take my little Etiquette Raider face and then use my meme editor and then get like, I don't know, a Santa body or some shit. And so, attempting to do that, I went down the rabbit hole of the fact that theoretically you can get copy struck just from a thumbnail on a YouTube video if it happens to utilize copywritten materials. So what would have been a simple task of placing my face onto a Santa body became a colossal legal hellscape. Yeah, like apparently you can even get copy struck from a font. Like if you just put in a meme editor, I don't know if like it got so complicated so quickly where I was like, okay, I guess I just won't do a fucking thumbnail. Hey Elkim, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. As advertised, I am on the afterbuzz of a Peppermint White Russian. And it was just like 12 ounces, but Jesus Christ, it hit me like a freight train. I have a new follower, Brophemet. Thanks for stopping by. Let me see here. So place your bets now, El Cayman. Is Brophemet going to be a real viewer, or is it going to be a scam, like a graphic arts scam? That'll be the real question. Only time will tell. Let's see. Would you join Jack Room's VC so I can co-host and help with OP? Sure, fuck it. Why not? Usual rules. Just my money is on Crypto Scammer. So we got El Cayman is banking on Crypto Scammer. I'm banking on graphics arts scammer. Let's see if Brophemet is a real person or not. Okay, so usual thing, El Cayman, just no no cringiness, no TOS worthy things, no problematic language, but you've never been an issue in the past, so should be all good. Okay, I'm going into general voice chat. Let me see here. We're in the jack rooms. Let me see. Nice, you got a mace. Yes, behind the scenes, I had someone donate some materials to me, so that was pretty cool. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, chat, we're approaching 1 year on Twitch. First day I streamed was January 3rd, so glad to be celebrating this holiday season. Feeling thankful to be alive. All things considered, things are going pretty well. Got a full belly. I'm warm. I'm safe. It's all you really need in life. Also, the Steam's winter sale is going on now until sometime in January. Picked up a new game. Takahata was playing it, and holy shit, I ended up playing it for like 1 or 2 hours. Already gotten sucked into it. It's the tile placing game. Let me see what it's called. It's called Borfromantic. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Very relaxing.
Up.
Hey, what's up?
How we doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you, Cayman?
Uh, Doing good, doing good. I had pizza for breakfast because I ordered pizza last night, but I didn't eat all of it, so I just like kept some for breakfast.
Nice. What type of pizza?
You know, the classic pepperoni pizza, nothing
Based.
complicated.
Yeah, yeah. Works pretty well. When I've been getting pizza recently, I've been going for pepperoni because it's the same price as like cheese pizza, so might as well get some extra
Nice,
protein.
nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna be booting up my game. It's been
Okay.
so long since I last showed up to a stream that I have a Minecraft account now. I am no longer on Cracked MC, and
Nice.
you already saw me on it with a skin, but I guess this is the first time I'm gonna be with an actual skin,
Nice.
and well, I'm gonna be pulling up the Housemaster skin with the new cape that it's no longer obtainable.
Sweet. Glad you were able to
Mhm.
get that.
But it's glad that the server finally updated to 1.21.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. So I'm just gonna be logging in. That's one thing I hate though. It's that Premium NC takes ages to boot up.
Yeah.
But by the way, that boom, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. around that time frame, depending on your time zone, there's gonna be another gaming session. With the
Okay.
with the boys,
Sweet.
with the
Yeah,
gang.
ping me when it's ready, cause yeah, the time zones are messing with me. So if I get a ping, I'll.
I,
Last week I couldn't show up, but this week I should be able to. So don't.
Yeah. There wasn't a gaming session last week due to time constraints precisely. So yeah, there
Oh,
shouldn't
okay.
be an issue. But speaking
Okay.
about it, did you saw what I sent to you on Ardent Media? The 2014 thumbnail style images.
2014 thumbnail style. I believe
Ardent
so. Yeah,
Ardent
yeah. It
Ardent.
must be AI generated or something.
No, they're not AI generated. Pancho actually found an authentic 2014, kind of like Minecraft thumbnail preset
Oh, no
because
shit.
I
Okay.
think some many YouTubers from back in the day actually use this thumbnail presets. They're like pre-made images on a man animator or something, and you can just add your skin if you have the file.
Hmm.
So it's cool that we found that because pretty much what we do on the gaming sessions is kind of like an old 2014 gameplay video. Do you remember, like, I don't know, Captain Sparkles playing mini games?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's that type of content, from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so what we were telling me about the Russian Peppermint, tell me the story.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was trying to get some Christmas stuff. Doing everything on a budget. So I was like, fuck it. Let's see if there's something noteworthy at the liquor store.
Uh-huh.
I don't usually drink that much, neither me nor my mom.
Mm.
So I figured out,
Uh-huh.
have a little holiday treat or something. And
Mm.
so they had this, what is this thing called? Clearwater Peppermint White Russians. And so normally they have, it's like, you take a 12-ounce soda can, but this brand makes mixed drinks just in a soda can, so you don't have to like prepare it or do anything. It's really idiot simple.
Ah.
And yeah,
Mm.
no, it's so I weigh, I don't know, roughly 250 pounds, and Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ, this thing of just 12 ounces kicked the living shit out of me. I was like crawling on the
Oh,
floor.
oh, damn.
Yeah, no,
it,
so
it, it
like,
was that it was that bad. It was like
well, it's tasty. It's just
it's
powerful.
it's
Yeah,
tasty, but
yeah,
yeah, that's what I was going
yeah.
for.
It
Like the
has
taste
like,
was just too powerful.
well, it has vodka and then coffee cream liqueur, and it's only
Oh,
13% alcohol by volume. But I don't know. It's probably because I don't drink very often. It's probably hitting me harder because of that. But I'm rallying now.
probably I
But
know that.
damn, like it,
You
it
know,
hit like a
that
bus.
this is kind of like a funny story I want to tell. I have this friend called Menaxa on another server.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like FitMC, Florida man.
Mm-hmm.
Except he has hair. He has hair still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
But he one time on a BC
He
just
didn't get the
said,
Saitama buff yet.
no, get this. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna like down this bottle of vodka that's kind of like half of the length of my arm."
Oh yeah, I had
and
some.
and and he did it. And most of shocking of all, he for the most part was all right. Like
That's
he just
wild.
didn't
Cause
drop.
that,
He didn't drop dead. He just
yeah,
downed it.
that's some
And
either some wicked tolerance or maybe he was lying or something. Cause that's I don't know. The only time I've ever this was
he
like
he has a history because his girlfriend has told me that he he and her, him and her just go out to drink sometimes,
mhm,
because on parties and all that. So I guess the dude Minaxa actually has like a very increased like alcohol tolerance, but I
maybe
guess
yeah
it's kind of like godly levels of tolerance because I don't see myself like I don't drink. I have never drank ever,
yeah for the most
so
part it's not
I
really
don't
worth
see
it.
how would that affect me. That I
Yeah
think he is that like like level 999 type shit.
yeah yeah I for example, so I have my family has a history of like drinking a lot. So like my grandmother drank so
Uh huh.
much that she like had her she alcoholism so much that she ended up she became diabetic and then kept drinking. And fun fact, don't don't keep drinking if you're diabetic because she ended up like
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah,
her lower legs were amputated and she kept drinking. So like
yeah. My
it's
my,
like
my
super
grandpa
bad.
was diabetic and never drank ever since he was diagnosed with diabetes
Base,
because
very
all
cool.
that.
Yeah, that's impressive and
Yeah,
very good that he didn't, because yeah, it's
uh,
mega bad for diabetics.
yeah. My grandpa was a good man. He was an example to follow. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, I hear that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he went out happy. He went out saying, "Yeah, I achieved everything in life." He was a humble person.
no, that's awesome. Being humble is super important. I think it leads to people
Uh-huh.
being happier too, you know, if they're not
Mhm.
boastful.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Deadpool, I am now on the server. Where are you exactly?
So I'm on the same side that I've been working on. It's the side with the prismarine structure, the little church thing, and I'm
Ah,
further up.
oh, yeah. Uh, Oh,
Still cranking out this, trying to get this side of the pyramid done.
I have some spare obby. Oh wait, Cube has the Cube has the spoken chat of the server. Oh shit! Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. Okay, so man, it's good to be back.
Yes, yes, very true.
It, it is good to be back.
Yeah. Let me see. What was the
I
other
mean,
thing?
I checked on my previous profile. It's still on the base,
Mm-hmm.
but it's good to have like my now actual account on the
Yeah.
server right now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know. By far, Minecraft
You know,
is.
you will now be able to see my skins. I have used so far only 3 skins,
Oh, okay.
but maybe the collection will expand. Maybe later I will teach you how to change your skin.
Yeah, I was thinking. I need to figure out how to do a skin editor because I'd like to make a custom skin for myself
I
at
thought you
some
would
point.
just go with a Deadpool skin because
Well,
of
see
your
the
username.
see the problem with that is like I'm going down the hellscape of trying to avoid copyright strikes, and so I don't know if like with how draconian Disney is, I don't know if they could fuck with me just with having a
I I
Deadpool skin.
I don't
I don't know.
think so. I
Maybe
think
I don't
so
know.
because no, I don't think. I mean, let me do research on the matter real quick, but I think you should be good because it's kind of like fair use. Like
Yeah.
it's a fan made skin, and you are not like profit enough of the character. Like
Well,
the
what I was.
only like circumstance that you would be copyright struck if you were like kind of like monetizing, like making an earn, earning
Yeah.
something with something you didn't create it.
Yeah.
And honestly, a Minecraft skin doesn't fall into that.
Cool.
I
Because
mean,
what
right
I
now I
was
have
thinking
this.
is like the Pop Bob troll face. Take the sunglasses from House, and then slap that onto like maybe a modified version of a Deadpool lower body or something. So
That would be wild,
I'd have
but
to figure
I
all
mean,
that out.
I mean, if you and I mean, if you find something that would be cool. But for now, I think using a Deadpool skin would be kind of like the way to go for now. If you
Yeah.
can't find a skin editor.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you? Where are you?
So like
I'm on the prison.
go above the so you'll see the tree line above the little Neko church, and then if you follow that
Mm-hmm.
tree line up, I'm further up there because I'm filling out
Um,
these missing
that
obby
Deadpool,
sections.
Deadpool. Is it this hole on the prismarine structure was there before? There's
The hall?
some
Yeah, yeah.
destroyed parts.
Yes, that's probably when I was terraforming.
Ah, okay. I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
patch up a little the obsidian, that fell off.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about like
So
the
it's
missing redstone and the sea lanterns, yeah, that's from me.
okay, okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. Yeah, trust me, if there's like griefers, we would probably know there'd be an absolute fuck ton of
Is it just
withers
me
or
or
something.
the server is lagging bad?
So far it's been smooth on my end, so maybe it might be on your side.
I mean, I get like a few TPS issues, but okay.
TPS wise, yeah, I've been smooth on my end so far. So maybe it's
Now now I'm getting now I'm getting screen freeze, which
Oof.
Maybe it's because of the chat because it's kind of active. Hold on, let me see if you know.
Oh,
Let me
check
see
to
if
turn your particles off. Maybe you're having particle issues or something in settings.
no, particles usually are not an issue, but I guess I'm just gonna go with the Deadpool way of doing things and just not app chat active. They're talking about PvP now. The usual.
Yeah. Yeah, this server's chat tends to be ultra fucking toxic. Like there's
As all our energy servers really
yeah,
like.
very
There,
true.
there's some absolute creatures on this server. Let me tell you. Hey, I saw you. Wait.
Let's see.
Hey,
Where is he?
hey.
There he is. Hey,
There,
hello,
there it
King.
is. And with the lights,
Oh,
look at this. Look at
pillager,
this. The
pillager
light.
behind you.
I'm gonna kill it. Look, the content. The content. Ow. Oh, I don't have a water bucket, man.
He ran in front
I
of my
miss having a.
bullets. It's not my fault. Let me see.
Uh,
Okay. I run up here.
uh, uh, all right. So where is some sections I could like
Yeah, it's
get it
it's
to?
these middle chunks because I had placed the crying obby, so now it's just the middle sections that are sort of missing, and it's just sort of piecemeal as we go. Here's a chunk, so up here along this line is. So I'm just working on filling out this side of the pyramid.
Okay, I'm gonna just use this spur obsidian and then we ball from there.
Sure, sure. Make sure to make a note of your obby count so he can give you credit when.
I guess I'm gonna have to go out of my way to check the stats between my non-premium account
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
my premium account.
yeah.
Because this one is on zeros. It's technically brand new on the server, so
Okay,
it's kind of like reset. So I
fair.
would check. I will check.
Okay. I just want to make like sort of like what Jack does with like a hall of helpers. I don't know, try to get obby count
Oh,
off of
nice.
people.
That
So
would be cool. That would be cool.
yeah,
Ah,
acknowledge the help
yes.
I've had
So
along the way.
I'm gonna take this obsidian. I'm gonna fill my inventory and let's go. All right. Ah. Oh shit. I fell. Okay, now we're back. We're back.
Yeah, apparently too. Just so even if you don't have copywritten music, if lyrics are also copywritten, so sometimes I've sang songs on server. Technically, I could get copy struck for that. So I was like, oh Jesus
Mm,
Christ, you can't even sing a song. Kind of sucks.
it kind of sucks, but
Because
I mean,
I've been
I don't know.
trying to.
Maybe it's on specific cases. Maybe it's like the streamer is big enough. I don't know. I mean, Twitch is kind of like a whole other world in terms of streaming because I know YouTube streaming is tends to be more flexible.
Yeah,
That's why Jack has like kind of like licensed music for free to use
yeah,
in his streams.
yeah. Well, and I haven't delved into the nitty gritty of fair use and all that. And I thought about where I am, if there's like free consultations with lawyers, try to see if there's a copyright lawyer and be like, hey, if I use this, am I
Mm.
completely fucked, or get some secondary input from
I
them,
mean,
see
I
if
I
they have
guess
any
your bet,
opinions.
your best bet would be searching online because there's plenty of articles that delve into that topic. Oh, hello there.
Yeah.
That delve into that.
Well,
It, it is it
the
is a bit of a touchy subject.
yeah. Well, and you
Oh
you
oh
want to
oh
get
oh
like a
shit!
I want to get like a second opinion too, because it's just like I saw some conflicting stuff. Because one of the ways around copyright is fair use, but like I don't know. As I was looking at fair use, it was like it felt I don't know. And I know like Virginia has some things where it violated normal fair use, and it was more draconian down there. And so like that's why the law is just so sucky. Is you
It's
have to,
confusing.
yeah,
It's very confusing.
yeah. But I'm trying to idiot-proof my content, so I don't have trouble down the line. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm gonna try to make a water bucket on the go
okie
because I
dokie.
might need it for future falls. I popped the totem.
Oh no, you need more totems? I can go try to get us some totems if you need access to them.
I mean, for now I'm good, and I have a shulker on my Aegis that has a couple of totems.
Okay.
But maybe just have them, like if you know where they are, don't forget.
Yeah, I'll go get some totems for us. It'll be like a communal totem thing.
Community totem program.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 8 iron. More than I wanted to. Okay. Sponges. Oof. Man.
Looking like I'm gonna have to delve into the vault here.
Mm.
So I'm running low on totems in this one area, but I know there is more totems. I just have to go find them.
I mean, for now I'm good. For now, it's
Well,
alright.
I'm coming back to give you this one totem, so you at least got one totem on you.
Right. Okay, so have you seen, that line from the Minecraft movie trailer? I don't
What
know if we can say it, but
the first or second one, or is there a third one
the
now?
se- the, the second one,
Yeah,
we
it
got
seemed like the second
it,
one was
it,
better than the first one.
it was better received upon launch, but it has that one line, of the beginning, after the "I am Steve" line, there's another one. I don't know if we can say it, but it has to do with the mines.
Oh yeah, the children crave the mines or some shit. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
It's so bad.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, welcome,
So
Yazdix. New name. Ah, okay.
I'm making a bucket real quick. A
Yep.
water bucket.
Yeah, I remember Astro. Welcome back. Glad you were able to make it.
Hey, we have an old viewer coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as of yesterday, we had a new follower, and they were also doing like left the stream on, so that was helpful. Yeah,
Welcome, welcome.
going above and beyond. Let's see. I haven't run into you yet, El Cayman, on the thing here, but when we.
I'm like on a cave right now, just finding iron to make a water bucket, but I'm
Oh,
already
okay.
done.
Okay. But yeah, when we run into each other, I have a totem for you, so won't be
Good, good, good to know.
as death
Okay,
prone.
so I'm going back. Oh, there's a remains of a flying machine, a TNT launcher.
Yeah, that was, yeah. One of my base mates made those.
Alright, so I'm out.
There it is.
Hello there.
Alrighty, so I'll throw this totem at you. Oh, were you able to get a totem? Okay.
Yeah, I got the totem. I got the totem.
Okay.
But thank you, because it's always good to have a backup.
Yeah. Yeah, next time I go get some totems, I'll have to either go to one of the stashes or into the pit, get some totems here. I've been dying a lot here or there, so
Yeah.
I've been burning through them faster than normal.
Damn.
At least pillager battles are more possible, so it's not as hard to get them as it used to be, where you had to go to a mansion to find them.
Oh, yeah, that's I guess a positive on this case, that totems are easy to get on raid. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, totems used to be just a whole fucking process.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
That's why map seeds used to be so important, so you could just find a damn mansion.
Hi, the time. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to this, after this pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look, a skeleton horse. Another one.
Yeah.
Again? Dude, you gotta be careful around this, trenches. You always fall.
Yep. Yeah, shift clicking has been super helpful to prevent fells on my end.
Okay, this one is an actual skeleton horse and not a trap. Yeah, I can mount it. I wish I had a saddle, though. That's the thing.
I should have some saddles. I can go get you a saddle. Yesterday I was, well, there was a merchant, and so the merchant didn't have anything noteworthy, so I bumped it off, stole his leads, and was able to.
Yeah, that's the destiny of many wandering traders.
Yeah.
They just die.
Yeah, and so I ended up getting a couple leads, and I know I have saddles somewhere. Where did I take the horses? Because I was trying to clear out. I was trying to stockpile some donkeys in case donkey dupes become relevant again. Fuck, where was that?
Again?
I can just go to over here and get the saddle from the donkey that's already here. There we go. Right. Take the saddle off, and I'll jump off, dismount, and then I will fly. Is that from your phone? I'm trying to figure out what that tone is. Some sort of sound outside.
What thing?
There's a weird tone coming out from outside, so it's not from here. It was just
Oh,
sort of spooking me
oh,
out.
I thought it was something on my end.
No, it's definitely on my end. It was just outside and I couldn't identify it. So I'm assuming you're still near the horse here, because I have.
I am placing Obby. Just get me a little bit. Do you have any spur leads so I can just go leash it onto the village?
Oh, I was just going to give you a saddle, and then you could ride it wherever you wanted
If
to
you
take
if
it.
you it's if you have leads, just give me so because I don't plan to actually use it, but it's a skeleton horse. It's not very common, so it's worth keeping.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably, because I have a space I can place it, so because the leads tend to be temperamental on this server, it'll probably kick me off here. Oh, okay. All right, got it. So I'll just ride him back to where he will be safe. It's crazy going through the old sections of the base. It reminds me when I built it back in 22.
In 2022?
Yeah, that's when I came on this server in July of 2022, because 2B2T Japan.
Oh, so it's relatively recent, and you managed to accomplish all of this in 2 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But so you were saying something about 2B2T Japan. What was about that?
Yeah, I joined, when the FitMC video for 2B2T Japan came out, my New Year's resolution for 2021 was to join real 2B2T. And of course, I don't have priority. So I spent a few days trying to get into real 2B and wasn't able to. Eventually, I was able to, but I've only been on 2B2T like less than 5 times, maybe like 3 times. I did submit the Etikin Raider banner, so it is technically in the 2B2T group banner logs, so I'm happy with that.
Ah, nice.
But then Fit's video about 2B Japan came out, and so I joined there, and I played on there I established a base from like March 13th of 2021 until June of 2022 when the server originally went down. It did eventually come back up, but I don't know if it switched owners. So when it died initially in June of 2022, I didn't have anywhere to play, so my friends found 6B6T, and then I joined here in 2022 in July, and was building from there. And eventually, the majority of the base mates stopped playing, and for the most part, yeah, I've done the vast majority of the work here.
So yeah. So this is just some one-man effort.
For the most part, yeah. There have been some sporadic periods of help from the base mates, but yeah, for the most part, they're retired. Like, there was one person, so that wizard tower I don't know if you've seen the Wizard Tower yet, um, but he
I think
came
I have. I think.
he came on and duplicated an absolute shit ton of crying obby, obsidian, glass, and BNES.
Ah,
But other than
I
that, he hasn't
see.
been online. We haven't had an illegal Bedrock event in eons. The server owner has gotten much more draconian on that. I think they're being closer to the vest with illegal item placing events. Because the way it used to be, whenever illegal item events were available to do, he would also turn off all duplication glitches. So it was sort of a conundrum where if you had illegal bedrock, you had to duplicate it ahead of time so that when the illegal item placing events were available, you could then do it. But it's been,
Mm-hmm,
I want to see at least 6 months, if not more, since a bedrock placing event has been available.
interesting. Interesting. Hmm. So yeah. The Obi placing Bedrock, Obi placing Brainrot is getting back in and kind of starting to feel it.
Yep.
It's been good to know sporadically, being being helpful, help you contribute, in
Yeah.
this massive pyramid. But
Yeah.
I have, I go outside, I
Right.
am one of those grass touchers, so.
Yep.
So I just don't always have the time. I
Yeah.
think it was like
No, it's fine.
since August when. Yeah, I think the last
Yeah,
time I popped
June
into a stream
or
was when you were reading Admin of Steel.
yep, yep. Yeah, that was before everything went to hell on my end in real life. So yeah, things been
Mhm.
wild. So that's why I haven't been streaming as much. But this is day 4 of consecutive streaming, so we're getting some stability here,
Good.
so I can get some breathing room again.
Nice, nice. That's good to hear, my fellow. Right. Also, but speaking about Admin of Steel, so far I'm happy that the story was positively received
Yeah,
by the people who have read it.
yeah,
I mean, I know you haven't finished it, and you are not in the situation, to just sit down and read,
yeah.
in the cinema.
Well,
Let's just
I
call
plan
it
on doing
cinema.
it. It's just it's gonna be when you least expect it. That's the key, and you'll be surprised.
Oh
So that'll
my
be
lord! But yeah, that's been good, and I have been storming ideas for a sequel.
that's cool.
Like. Because like the ending, I don't want to spoil it, but in case you don't know, House Master is the admin of 2B2T. Oh wow!
I never would have guessed. It's
So
a
kind
real
of like the
Alfred
idea is,
Hitchcock twist ending. I never would have
yeah. So
expected.
okay, so kind of like the idea is, and the general idea I have for the sequel is how the player base, 2v2t as a whole would react, to now House Master being, this protector, this admin, that helps everyone
Hmm.
without being on a specific side on the server, you know. And that's kind of like the whole premise. I'm not gonna hold it back because I already have revealed the title, but FedMC is gonna be on the sequel. He's gonna
Oh, that's
be
fun.
a, and he's gonna fight Housemaster because
Oh,
the
you're
sequel
gonna
is
make
gonna
it.
be
So is he gonna be like Lex Luthor because he's bald? Is that the?
no. It's not gonna be like Lex Luthor. No, no, no. No, it's not. It's not. I mean, I guess it's kind of like, yeah, I made a bit of a Superman thingy with Housemaster, but I'm pretty much just trying to make it more like akin to VidMC Videos Lord, kind of
Yeah,
like this exaggerated version of what actually happened
yeah.
on 2v2T. Like that one time when he said, your base coordinates can be leaked just by being in queue, and that was actually just a lie
Yeah.
that he fell for because a 14-year-old PvPer just wanted to be famous.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that, but less fit him see kind of like I want to be more akin to old fit MC in a way.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be different. It's not something that you're gonna expect, and definitely the main villain. And I'm just gonna give you this clue, but the main villain is it's a big name, but it's not the big name you would expect to be the main villain on a sequel to AOS. Oh,
Oh,
hello there.
okay. I have some more obby
And
blocks
like
in case you need them.
it's not gonna be pop up. Pop up is not gonna show up on the story because we're
And
not
then
gonna
Pop
use the
Up
big
logged
names.
in
Just
and
right.
reconnected the beds.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you help. He helped Jared. Jared,
Yeah.
because Oh no, oh no, a wither.
Oh
But
yeah,
like
that
if
happens all the
something
time.
that I like about AOS is that pretty much for the most part, aside from House and Jared 2013, most of the characters, players that appear in that story are kind of like niche server names that you have to have been involved in the community or been watching a lot of FitMC videos to know who they are.
Yeah.
And they're not really famous, like Yang is somewhat famous, but honestly, most people would have to think for a while until they can tell you who exactly created the Valley of Weed.
Yeah. Did
And
you see that
even
Sato
more with
86
like
video?
the fit video about
No,
the
no, this
spawner.
the Sato 86 video where he does it in the style of Filthy Frank's life hack video. Oh my god, it's so good if you haven't seen that.
Ah, yeah, send it later. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll check it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I don't know if you ever watched
Uh,
Filthy Frank, but yeah, he captures the essence of that video really well.
I mean, I am sad to say this, but I was not, like conscious enough or like didn't knew basically where the pink guy, because when I was a kid I knew about the pink guy because of all the memes that popped
Yeah,
around. He was a big name back in 2013, 2012.
yeah,
But like when you're a kid, you hear about all of this stuff, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, but you don't really understand
yeah,
where it comes from. So what does it really mean? If it's
yeah,
like you hear funny man saying funny stuff, you just repeat it, yeah.
yeah. Well, and before I even
But
knew about Filthy Frank, he was doing the Coror Terrorista meme. That one.
oh,
Remember
I
that from
remember. I
2014?
remember. Yeah, I
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember.
he was yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
remember.
that was Filthy Frank in the pink guy costume before pink guy really took off. So that was fucking crazy. He really
That
cranking
was
out
some
memes.
crazy stuff.
I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
know the lore of why Joji ended. Well, the real guy who plays. Well, I don't know if his. I don't know if it's a stage name or if that's his actual name is Joji Miller. But yeah, he knows
I don't
Japanese
know.
and English, and is originally from Japan.
Mm.
And
Ah,
but yeah, apparently his social engineering was he made the Filthy Frank stuff with the intention of eventually transitioning into music, and he's actually literally
ah,
he's doing concerts because his preferred music. Well, he ended up having to stop doing Filthy Frank because he was stretching his vocal cords. I don't know if you've heard any of Filthy Frank's videos, but he's talking like, "Hey, you guys," and he's really thrashing his vocal cords, and so he ended up, I don't know, having to go to a doctor or some shit, and the doctor said, "Yeah, you gotta
uh,
stop fucking around with your vocal cords and just do your normal voice." And so in 2017, and it was so crazy because I didn't realize that was like his last video. That was his send off. And
Oh,
yeah, he never posted on the Filthy Frank channel ever again. And but he's touring and
yeah.
still making music, and he's like super duper popular. So you would never guess that Filthy Frank.
No, yeah, it's one of those rare cases, yeah, that I heard that Joji, is kind of like a big name on the music industry now. And,
Yeah,
it's good for him because it's one of those rare cases where a YouTuber that wants to dedicate to music actually has success. It's not like
yeah,
people like Dream, for example, that,
yeah,
was the biggest Minecraft creator during 2020 and 2021, but by now the only times he has popped into the public eye again is just because of very like dumb stuff, like
yeah,
those allegations that apparently ended up being fake, but people still believed in just to hate on Dream because the
yeah.
sequels, the trauma, the flashbacks of
Well,
Mobo
apparently the
2020.
the the I don't know. I hadn't heard if it's fake, but yeah, it was pretty damning evidence against him. I'll leave it at that. But yeah,
uh,
there was some audio
apparently
recordings.
he managed to dismiss it all,
Hmm.
and with concrete evidence as well.
Yeah.
And he's obviously not in jail right now, so I guess it was true. But also there was also that whole thing that the voice actor of Gumball punched him once.
Yeah. I know that that's what ended up happening to Tobuscus. I don't know if you were ever a Tobuscus fan, but he couldn't prove that that shit wasn't real, and yeah, that's why his channel is just yeah. Because the problem is, whenever there's a question of something like that, there will always be people who think it's real, even if it isn't real, and so that's why it's
Yeah,
such a problem.
drama, drama, drama. Yeah, all
Yeah.
that jazz.
Yeah.
At this point, most YouTubers have been accused of that, even if it was true or not. But
Yeah.
let's just let's step away from silly ass Twitter drama. Let's go back to Pig Cinema 2B2T lore. Let's get back into that.
Yep.
So I was saying that the title of the story is gonna be Fit MC versus Housemaster, and I guess you could say that most of the story will be focusing on Fit, but of course Housemaster still is gonna be the center of the story
Yeah.
in a way. There's gonna be probably a bigger cast of players, both really famous or downright who is this guy.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be I have done a lot of investigation just to get names and basic personality descriptions.
Okay.
But also kind of like I want to somewhat accurately represent who the actual are, the actual people. But at the end of the day, these are kind of like characters now on the story, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna be 100% accurate per se because it would be weird as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of like do what FitMC does and just kind of do a mix of both reality and YouTube, YouTube stuff,
Yeah.
fantasy.
Content generation, hellscape.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be kind of like kind of like AOS's and Epic story. FitMC versus Housemaster is gonna keep that. It's gonna even have a subtitle now. It's not only FitMC versus Housemaster. It's Fit MC versus Housemaster Dawn of Anarchy because it's really funny.
Nice.
And also, if you're wondering, Deadpool, I am gonna make sure that Fit actually says the line. You know which one.
Yep.
Come on, Deadpool, say it.
Oh,
You know
the
what line I'm talking
oldest
about.
anarchy server in Minecraft, 2B2T.
E-
Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna make sure he says it at the beginning of the story because kind of like I
Yeah.
told you with AOS, I want Fit MC with Soundsmaster to be a fit video on asteroids. Like I said, it's gonna have everything. Conspiracies, exploits, hacking, everything. It's gonna have it. It's gonna have it all, and some
Nice.
funny stuff too.
That would be awesome. Look forward to it. Yeah, I think my
And
favorite
also, like for yeah, tell me.
my favorite video of all time of his, just from like a technical like tutorial standpoint, I still enjoy his Nomad video. It's I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Nomad
The
lifestyle video. Yeah,
simplicity of
it's
it.
it's good to know. It's good to know. I'm sorry, Deadpool, but Fit is not gonna be a nomad per se. He's gonna travel a lot. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
he is gonna. I want to include Fitlantis, as his kind of like main
yeah,
base of operations.
yeah,
Where he does all the training. The gym. The gym flexing.
yep. I've always wanted to
He's gonna
re.
if he's gonna fight Housemaster, he's gonna have some level of physique.
Hmm. Yeah, I've always wanted to recreate Fitz gymnasium, like just the gym equipment. I want to have that as be an Easter egg on the base somewhere. I'll have to delve into that footage and
Yeah,
see how it recreates that.
that would be cool. But yeah, but just as a funny game, tell me your bets on who may be the main villain of Fit MC versus Housemaster. Who is gonna be the one pulling the strings from
It's
the
gonna be
shadows?
Bible Bot the whole time.
Bible. Okay, okay, but what would be another guess? What do you think?
um, well, the on thinking of things like on the iceberg tier list, the basic level stuff is I Tristan and Nerds Inc. and all that, but which makes me think that you
Uh-huh.
won't have that be the main villains. I have to put some thought into it. Another easy one
I
would be
mean,
the
I
Spawn
just,
Masons.
I said that it would just not be Papa that would show up,
Yeah,
but NerdSync is so
probably
iconic that
fifth
it's kind of
column.
like,
I think fifth column would probably be a good group in the running because they've certainly stirred a lot of shit in the history of the server.
I mean, oh yeah, they are quite insane. A bit
Yeah,
of a group of individuals. I know they are chill in comparison to people like the Spawn Masons, which are kind of like you know
there's so much overlap
bad.
too. That's the one problem with all these groups is there tends to be, there's a lot of overlap on the Venn diagram. You have Don
But did
Fuhrer, you got all the
like I guess it's a safer bet saying NerdSync are gonna be involved.
yeah,
Obviously the main villain is just gonna be one individual member of that group, but
yeah.
obviously they. I mean, oh wait, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I was about to drop an AOS spoiler, but it's a safer bet. It's a good bet, but also betting on the Spawn Masons wasn't something I was expecting because you may or may not hear about them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
You may or may not.
there's a long history of shit stirring on their end. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
see.
so
What's the
but
other thing?
but yeah, AOS, even if you haven't finished it, by now that AOS is kind of like more of an ace, kind of like big scale, intergalactic space conflict, like
Yeah.
this whole story about Housemaster learning his origins from the server he comes from and having to make a choice or whether he wants to be a 2v2T player or a 242 Furious player,
Yeah.
and the Jared 2013, he's in the right if he wants to bring 242 Furious back or, keeping 2B alive,
Hmm.
And you're gonna see it more when you finish the story, it gets pretty good.
Yeah.
But with Venom C versus Housemasters, now with that, all the origin stuff with House done, I wanna do it a more down to earth for saying it, kind of like delving into, like I said at the beginning, how 2B2T has reacted to Housemaster now being the most powerful player on the server by far.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, more down to earth, but it's also gonna have its fair share of, very insane, insane stuff. We gotta keep it on tone with FitMC videos.
Yeah.
How that one time where bread was weaponized on
Yeah.
2v2. we gotta keep it in tone.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. It's good fun. But I'm just commenting it with you because
Yeah.
you are the number one fan. The number one fan of 2v2T lore.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Well, it was really cool because back, I don't know when I started watching Fit MC, it had to have been 2018, but it was just so neat because he made, stupid block game interesting again. He
Mhm.
added this element of social intrigue, and then you had these group of players that were all
Yeah, you can.
hanging out on this
I guess it
server
kind
that
of.
was a total hellscape, like.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I started watching Vid. I discovered his channel in 2021, I guess, by one of those YouTube algorithm moments that they just dump you random ass content. But I guess in this case it was good because Vid. The first video I got recommended of Vid was the North Highway video.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
That was the first ever FilmC video I saw, and I was
Okay.
impressed. And especially videos like
Thebes and
the
Sound.
day
Yeah.
to be thieves and sound. Oh my god, that fella.
I'll have to have Jack
Videos
the
like
Ripper
to
in
be
here
to.
at some point because I'd love to chit chat with him. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh no. But yeah,
I'm
like I wanted
gonna.
to say, while you do that, I wanted to say that videos like the day TBTT almost died. When I first saw them, I just said like, "Whoa, this," kind of like the whole conspiracy stuff. Like kind of like how the nerds were behind it all, behind the scenes. And people just find out, about the illegals. This whole entire thing. And
Yeah.
obviously, with time and just being with you, with Jack and the others, I learned that a lot of that video is inaccurate or just downright a lie. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like the magic of the first time of watching a Fit MC video because it's kind of like 2v2T lore raw. If you just read or hear about it,
Yeah.
it's stupid. But
Yeah.
Fade kind
Yeah.
of
He
just
he
adds
makes it.
this
He adds.
layer. He adds this layer of epicness to it.
Yeah.
You can He says the most silly stuff
Right.
with a straight face, a completely serious voice, and it kind of like the appeal, that to from Fate,
Yeah.
that's why he's so big now.
Well, and I think too, it's because of Fit's background as a school teacher. He's used
Uh huh.
to, groups of people being shit stirrers. If you're an elementary school teacher or high school teacher, you're used to dealing with, just people just stirring shit for no reason. And
Uh
I think
huh.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
why Fit was
Obviously.
able to deal with that so effectively. Let's
Yeah,
see.
he had like experience. You could say that schools are kind of like, well, I mean, obviously every 2v2 player was a middle schooler.
Yeah.
Like those 12, 11-year olds, running around Crystal PvP, and I remember, Sal said that some Crystal PvPers just leave school to Crystal PvP on 2v2T.
Oh shit. So I just added. Look at that. Holy shit! You have
Yo,
such a
Who
fast.
is here?
You have such a fast response time. So hey Jack, how's it going? Yeah, we have Jack the
yo,
Ripper.
Oh, hey, hello,
Yeah, no.
hello, Jack.
hi.
I've first of all, I've never seen anyone more responsive as a YouTuber than Jack the Ripper. Like
Well,
I don't.
if you
Yeah.
ping me, if I'm here and I'm not AFK or if I'm online, like if you ping me, I'll probably know what you're talking about.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's fine.
Glad to have you here, Jack. We
Don't
are.
abuse it,
Right, right, yeah,
but at the same time, like just the one-off, like, hey, do you want to talk?
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
here,
yeah,
here,
You are
there.
more
Like that's
humble
fine.
than most,
yeah,
Minecraft YouTubers. You
Most
have the
people
humble
have,
factor.
yeah, most people have their heads up their asses.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
There's plenty of times I have just pinged the person one time and they tell me, "Do not ping me.
Don't
That's
ping
right,
so
me
right.
again.
annoying."
Yeah, like
Well, I
I
think
get it. It can be a little annoying, but
yeah,
you gotta have some
Yeah,
patience with people.
but yeah, we don't try to annoy you. That's why,
yeah,
usually we
Right.
don't call you to this type of stuff. But it's nice to have you around. We were talking about, live. stuff like that. Filthy Frank while we placing Obby on a giant pyramid.
Yeah,
Oh, Filthy Frank.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
We
don't
were
Yeah.
know
going.
Filthy Frank that well, but like he's been around for
Oh,
forever, so
oh,
I'm aware of
dude.
his stuff.
Like,
Yeah,
if you
he's
ever
now
need a
a
rabbit hole to go
successful
down,
music artist. He's
Yeah.
now a really big name. He's doing concerts now. So yeah, he.
Yeah. He springboarded
Uh-huh.
off of his YouTube stuff after vanishing for a long time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back in 2017, I was at school at the time, and what ended up being the last Filthy Frank video, and I was like, oh, where's the next one? And it took me. I was like crestfallen for months. I was like, where the fuck is Frank? And then I found out that
Mm-hmm.
he had a doctor, because I
Yeah,
don't know if you're familiar on the lore, because he would talk in a really gravelly voice, and it was really fucking his vocal cords, and so the doctor was like, yeah, cease
Oh
that
no.
shit immediately. And so that's why he switched more
Well,
into the Joji content.
that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently he did a lot of
But
social
that.
engineering because he was feeding his music stuff into the Filthy Frank content. So it was really impressive to see
Yeah.
how he did all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was
Okay.
really smart. He played his cards well.
Yes. Way better than
But
most of us.
mm-hmm. But how about you, Jack? What have you been doing today? Tell us.
World downloading my base for the
Ooh,
release on
nice.
Christmas Day.
Ah,
Oh,
very
nice,
sweet.
nice.
That is,
Maybe one day that we could do a stream running the back rooms. The chat
sure,
room.
sure.
Oh, I'd love to be.
It's a pain
Yeah,
in the ass because of all the it's a pain because of all the containers and
yeah,
the little stuff I've got to check in and look at so
yeah.
that the downloader saves it.
True.
Because then otherwise, if I miss something, mechanisms might not work,
Yeah,
and I'll have to
Ah,
like rigorously test it. Then I've got to transplant it to a brand new world that's a void biome, so that there's no traceable anything.
yeah, yeah.
ah.
Yeah, I've been putting this off for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. No, I can't
Oh, I
blame
didn't
you.
knew that. If you change the biome of world download, people
Yes.
cannot track you. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in a brand new void world. When you generate a world, you have the preset options for super flat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, void is one of those preset options, and so the biome becomes void, and there's no data because I'm going to use world edit to copy and paste it over. So there will be no trackable data of any kind from point A to point B.
That's
That's
pretty
very cool.
smart. That's
But
pretty
it's
smart.
tedious as hell.
Hmm. But at the end of the day, it's worth it because you're
I
making
would think so.
ocean anomalous stand for a long time. I guess it's over a
It's
year
only
old
been about
now.
a year and a quarter of a year. It's
Wow.
not even been a year and a half.
How long do you think the base will stand?
I've no
What are
clue,
you
man.
expecting? You don't have any clue?
I don't have any expectations because I find that if you do, you will be disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
toying
yeah,
a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
here, a little bit there. Just enjoying it for what it is and
Yeah.
enjoying it while it lasts. And that's it.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah. You're
not
talking
getting
about.
any deeper into it than that.
Yeah.
I get you. I get you. You're talking from experience.
Yeah.
I did that a little
Yeah.
bit when I was
Um,
building in 2B Japan, because
oh,
I
yeah.
I think that's why building in Anarchy, especially on large scales, is for me
Mhm.
much more fulfilling. It's probably the same for you, obviously, as you're building Space
Yeah.
Valve
Yeah.
and
It's
all this other
fun.
shit, because that threat of people showing up and fucking it all up, it's thrilling because you're like, you log in and
Yeah.
the shit is still here, like.
I mean, on this case, Deadpool, someone would really have to hate you to grieve all of this. Like,
Yeah.
they would have to be down bad.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think they can grief your 6A stuff, honestly. Like,
I
I don't
mean,
think
they
there's
could.
any griefing that anymore.
I don't know.
In the early days, maybe,
I think
but now I
like
don't know.
you would have to have a large scale group of people, and then they would have to be using bots, and they would have to take into account like the server on the server side. I believe there's even there's a wither limit per chunk, so that would be
Oh,
something
really?
sucky. Yeah, but I've thought about even fucking that
I
up
didn't
for
even be able to
people,
wither it.
because I'd love to make, if they ever make Bedrock placeable again on in an
Oh,
illegal event, I'd like to fill the chunk limit of withers at underneath The
Oh,
pyramid.
that
Okay.
would be so. That would be
Yeah.
It just
so
has
insane.
Of withers, and then
Yeah.
just keep them contained down
Yeah,
there.
and they'd be embedded in
Okay, that
fucking
is
bedrock.
big brained as all hell. That is big brained as all hell, dude.
Because that
Big
would be
brain
so
indeed.
fucking funny.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And then you could put a wither scarecrow
Yeah.
up at the top, or actually, you could put
Yeah.
a whole bunch of wither scarecrows at the top, and just be like, "Lamau can't make them anymore."
Yeah. Oh, Jack, did you see my schizo idea for if they ever add the creaking, either on 2B or on 6B? Did you hear my idea for this shit?
I don't. I want to say I did, but I don't remember off the top of my head what you wanted to do with it.
Okay, because I don't know if you're up on the creaking lore. So you take the goth trees,
Yeah.
and you have the fucking creaking heart. Well, it's
Mhm.
functioning as like a phylactery for like a lich. And so if you just
Yeah.
armor that
Kind
fucking
of.
heart, nothing can kill the creature. So my idea
Something
is
like that.
you
Yeah.
just cover it in fucking bedrock. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Bedrock would definitely be like you need to really insulate it, but yeah,
Yeah.
theoretically, you
Yeah.
totally do that.
It was making me think along the lines
That would
of,
be easy.
it's like, what would Jesus do? What would Orson do? And you'd probably could do a ghetto version of that just by putting a bunch of obby and then
Just by
having
what?
obby around
Yeah,
armoring it, and then just
obsidian
do,
would
yeah.
obsidian would be a pain.
Well, and do the Ocean Guardian. Do
Yeah,
the mining fatigue.
Elder Guardian.
Yeah,
That would definitely hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny enough. I don't know if this story has been told a bunch,
Okay.
but
Oh.
there was a story. So Space Valk 2, in 1.9 we had, because we knew 1.9 was coming out,
Mhm.
leading up to it. I had a plan to insulate the end to sort of fight everybody off. Then the nerds got the jump on us, and this plan sadly fell apart because our end portal. Yes, we had an end portal. I was gonna light it, but the illegal items plugin was turned on, and so it deleted the portal frame. So we were never able to do this. What we were gonna do is we were gonna take 2B2T end spawn. I surrounded it in a several layers thick box of obsidian, as well as some water, and I gave it a large enough space to where the water would sort of regenerate and fill in. And so it was
Nice.
going to be this large, thick box, and then we were going to get a bunch of Elder Guardians in there and cart them into some protected areas, and then just continuously have them in the spawn area so that if you entered the end, you would be mining fatigued right away. And there'd be
Ah.
no chance to avoid drowning because you had to either eat an apple to avoid drowning, in which case you wouldn't really be able to survive long enough to mine out even one piece of obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gonna have a bunch of Elder Guardians there for like backup and insurance. I'd Parthicus. Do you know who Parthicus is?
No, I'm not
Mhm.
familiar.
Okay, well he was a friend of mine. He was an older, way older player than me
Okay.
at that time, and he had access to an end portal. He had gotten
Nice.
an end portal, a bunch of end frames, placed it properly, and just didn't light it.
Oh,
And
wow.
so we couldn't light that one, sadly. Plus, the nerds had access to the server. We didn't know about this. So this wasn't going to be foolproof. But if everything had been like allowed to just happen, I think we could have owned the end for a lot longer than we ended
Yeah,
up
yeah.
owning it
But
for.
it's simply, Destiny was didn't wanted that to happen. It was
Yeah, I know.
Destiny.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, it ultimately, things are what they are.
Yeah, yeah.
It worked out.
You can never expect, someone to pull off that backdoor shenanigan shit like the nerds did.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to tell you too, Jack, because of course I'm never on the
Yeah.
when you do the base tours. I'm never like
Yes.
in VC to chit chat. So the wizard tower thing. So it's not actually
Mhm. Shulker unloader?
yeah, no,
I
it's
thought that was a shulker unloader.
well, it's actually, so my friend, so I actually DM'd it to you. He found, so as you know, on 6B, there are
Yeah.
dupes enabled, but the admin is schizo altering them each day, so people have to brute force it to figure out what's functional. And in the process
Oh,
of,
you did tell me this.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
in the process of
Okay.
doing that, the friend found something that arguably might be the most efficient one. So all of that stuff that's in there, that was just the method that was, because apparently, I don't know, it was like 50 shulkers a second or some crazy shit.
Yeah, so it works.
Yeah, no, well, it did for one day. And so the friend did a bunch of that, and so that's where all the crying obby is. So that's where when
I see.
you will be back on server, whenever that is, you'll notice that beneath the next step up on the pyramid, now we'll have crying obby. And so that will be like a visual indicator of, it'll be like a time period of after this substantial duplication glitch that was only 1 day's worth. And so I thanked him by making a little wizard tower for him. I was like, hey, you know, thanks so much. I was at a buffet eating food with my mom while he was doing all this shit, and I was like, hey, you want a wizard tower? I'll fucking make a wizard tower for you. He's like, yeah, sure.
But that's a good payback. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
I like that.
And so he did a bunch of crying obby glass for the even larger pyramid, the bee nest. So I have a fuck ton of bee nests. I wanted to bend your ear on the potential bee nest fuckery. So I didn't put into because I wasn't aware that the hole for the bee nest had to be facing outwards, which in retrospect makes a lot of sense. I was
they can go into it without the need for that hole, but they can't come out.
Okay. Okay. So it's functionally trapping them over time.
It's a one-way door for some reason. That's how they coded it. You would think they couldn't even get in if they didn't even have the door, but whatever.
The Mojang moment.
Mojang. Yeah.
Let's code it 20 more
Pretty
sniffers.
much. I'm just so sick of them.
Also, Pancho is in chat and wanted
I mean,
to
at least
say
the
hi.
sniffer is consistent. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
at least the sniffer is consistent in what it is and what it does.
I mean,
it's silly, but at least it's
do you know off the top of your head? I've never actually interacted with them. What is their shtick? Are they helping you find pottery pieces or some shit? Like, what is the sniffer do?
No. What the sniffers do is just sniff out a couple of plant seeds that you can plant and use to decorate with. Aside from that, they don't do much, but it's kind of like a cool novelty, on single player.
Okay.
And I think it's supposed to be an extinct animal of some kind because you find the eggs in a underwater warm biome.
Ocean ruin,
and, and you can only get it through the archaeology minigame.
Okay, so
and you hatch the eggs, and from that moment on, they will start to root around in moss, dirt, mud, grass, those types of blocks, and they'll ferret out old seeds from what, again, I assume to be really old, if not extinct,
long gone plants. Yeah.
So that's the torch flower and the pitcher plant. And unfortunately, they went very, very half-assed with it. They didn't give these plants any functionality beyond just their decoration. And they didn't really get the idea that if you're going to give people decoration, you need to give them lots of variation.
Love of variation. That's something I would have liked, though. I mean, I think the sniffer. Okay, continue talking, Jack.
And so that was it. Basically, it sort of feels half implemented. It's not super great.
Yeah.
I don't know why Pancho's gone all schizo over them.
I mean, I know Pancho personally, and all I can tell you is that he might unironically be insane because he's quite the specimen. I'm just gonna say that.
Hold on, I have to go do something.
Okay.
All good.
Wait, hold up. Did someone join? Oh, never mind. No. He's just muted. But yeah, I'm gonna say something when Jack gets back. But in the meantime, Deadpool.
Yeah.
I have some bad news.
Oh, what happened?
My game froze out of nowhere. I don't know if you're good, but I guess
Let me change scenes real quick so chat can't see all the secrets of the universe here. Let me do
of the universe.
Yeah, let me see. FPS is good. TPS is good, so it might be local on your end. Because it so far doesn't appear to be.
I guess because it's imagine doing the Saturday night session without me sad remember the Bigfoot war. Never forget it. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna tell Top Ed that it's gonna be at 9 p.m.
Okie dokie. Yeah, no, this is fucking awesome to be able to have Jack on here. He's
You know,
he's
yeah,
giving.
he's humble. He's a real humble person. He might
Yeah,
be trollish sometimes, but
yeah,
he's a good person at its
yeah.
core. Not kind of like those people like I Tristan, Pop Up Clyde, Taylor, who was
Trying to think.
particularly evil.
I may have technically DM'd I Tristan at some point, but I don't remember what I said. But he did respond, and it wasn't
Oh,
it wasn't like hostile or anything. It seemed relatively chill.
I mean, yeah, because I from what can I get? Sorry, I can't speak. But from what I gathered, the info, he's basically good at pretending. Like
Yeah,
he just kind of like plays into this type of like
into the
he can lie
lore. Yeah,
basically. Yeah,
you know,
but I also kind of like was on the same server I Tristan was. I think back in 2023, 2022, there was the 2BTT elections,
hmm
and there was this election server and there was this BC channel. Obviously, it was a fucking chaos, but I hopped in to see what they were talking, and I was able to be on the same BC with people like Jared Holt account. That's when I first learned about her, Holt account,
yeah,
and later on I learned all that lore that she was, the girlfriend of Jared 2013. Not anymore, but she was, his couple.
What a mess.
Yeah, what a mess, Jack. What a mess. Hello again. But
Yeah,
it,
I
it
had to help
obviously
someone.
didn't. I didn't never mic'd up on that server. Do you remember the election server?
Yes, that was a
I,
mess.
I didn't mic'd up because I knew that it was a fucking mess. But I had my good fun on chat. Just fucking around with people.
Yeah.
I got my good fun. But anyways, that now that you are back here, Jack. What were you saying about Sniffer? So you just finished your speech.
They just seemed kind of half implemented. Um, hopefully they'll come back to them later. Poncho's crazy.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
about it.
yeah, yeah. So I wanted to say that on my personal view, I think it's cool that archaeology has a unique mob
I
that you can
guess.
get, you can find with it. It's kind of like a cool novelty to have on a single
I wish it
player
was
world.
better.
But I wish, yeah, that at the very least, if the plants are not gonna do anything, you would have like a you know
Right.
big
20
big
plants.
variety,
Right.
big variety of plants. Like you could get this plant here in this biome, but if you go to this
Exactly.
other biome, you get this one. It's kind of would be like a fun, take your sniffer to a vacation trip to get all
Yeah.
the
Or
seeds.
or breed them and then hatch their eggs in different biomes and then just have a
yeah,
little
Yeah,
setup
yeah,
in that
kind
biome
of like with the
and go
frog,
from there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like with the frogs. If you hatch one on cold biomes, you get the exclusive green
Right.
one. But yeah,
They've already done
it,
biome variety
Yeah.
before with
uh
plants. So like why not with this?
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess
Whatever.
because it was kind of like rushed, with all the capes and clips drama, what's going on.
Yeah,
There
it
was a
felt
lot of
rushed.
chaos at the office. I think we're kind of recovering for that, but I do see, the sniffer being one of those features they will come back eventually on the future, to
I only
work
hope.
upon. Like kind of like how drowns, for example, have been ever so tweaked ever since they were added to 1.13, or raids also as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd love to see they just totally out of left field, especially with how they're making the creek
Ah,
creatures
yeah.
now that they seem to be leaning into more horror aspects of Minecraft. I'd love that
Oh,
if
yeah,
this
they're kind of.
sniffer just one day just stands up vertically bipedally and just starts
Well,
sprinting at the
Pancho
fucking
would just
player.
Pancho would just tweak the fuck out if that happened. He would just tweak. But
It's-
Well, we
yeah,
would know it's coming though.
yeah. And it'll be like the first.
Because that would be advertised. People would know
Yeah.
that that's a thing.
And it would be the
Yeah.
first voice line in Minecraft to really fuck with people. It would be like, "Give me your eggs," and it just starts.
Oh dear. But yeah,
Have some
let's see
SCP
how
vibes.
let's see
Yeah.
how all of this Minecraft stuff is gonna go, because apparently the next game drop is in the works already, and from rumors and speculations it seems to be somewhat spring related at the very least. So I don't know, maybe we would get more stuff on the cherry blossom, for example. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm always a fan when there's more trees. You all know with my fucking base, I'm just covering everything in fucking trees.
It's funny to me that even 4 years after that whole mod mode, there's still people just begging for the moo bloom to be added. They want the moo
Yeah.
bloom to be in, and it's kind of like one of the big names. That they're bringing the moo bloom back. Moo bloom back. Minecraft speculation. It's kind of like eerily similar now to like big movie franchise speculation.
Yeah.
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 Kind of like where the superhero movies conspiracies, they say that this character is gonna show up at the next one, or this actor will play this character, and it's kind of like people
Yeah.
going batshit insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still tilted as fuck
Assuming too
over
much.
the copper golem. What was your take?
Uh,
Did you? Because how much
I
fuckery
liked it.
would you have done with that random button
I
pushing aspect?
I
I don't
voted
know.
for the copper golem. I
Yeah.
voted for that guy.
I did too,
I
but
I wanted
don't know.
him to be, Jack has seen it. I don't know about you, Deadpool, but Jack, do you remember my nether base that I have
Yeah.
that iron golem and snow golem? I wanted to
Yeah.
have, the three golems there, have the copper golem just kind of like being this security guard, doing a security room, and he will like press buttons randomly to, sometimes release a
Let
prisoner,
people in.
Yeah,
Panopticon or some
kind of.
shit, where he's like observing everybody.
Yeah, that would have been cool to do, because I have,
Okay.
kind of like an idea of how I would do a security room, but obviously it was never meant to be, the LA one.
Get a mod that implements it.
You
I
know,
mean, that could be an option. That could be an option.
I have an idea, Jack, and you, with your knowledge of the inner workings of Minecraft, this might not be possible just
Uh-huh.
from the chunk loading standpoint. But imagine, so you know how like back in I don't know, fucking World War II or some shit, they would still be using
Uh,
Back in when you cut out.
Deadpool, Deadpool, you're cutting off. You're cutting off.
Okay, well, might be internet side. Are you able to hear me
Yeah,
now?
it probably. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's not a stethoscope because that's the heartbeat thing. It's the thing where you have the angled mirrors, and then you could see. I've wanted to see like take that concept of angled mirrors and implement it in Minecraft, so you'd be able to visually look at shit.
An angled mirror and
And if they were pointed towards each other, your little Minecraft person would be able to see what the mirror would be revealing. But I don't know how logistically how that would work. Like, is that because of course
I don't know,
somebody's
maybe.
going to try to go and go outside of chunks, so maybe there would be limits to it within a chunk range. But I just thought that would be really kick ass if you could have like observational stuff that way.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't guess that it would be impossible.
Probably just too niche. Like who the run of the mill
You know,
Minecraft children
it's
aren't going to give a shit about. Oh, I can look far away now. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably not gonna be like expanded upon. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
it happening, at least soon.
yeah.
Also,
I mean,
Deadpool,
something
if
like
you're,
that would be cool. I'd
it
prefer
would be
a
cool.
pair of binoculars, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like better than the spyglass.
Yeah.
kind of would be like an upgrade.
Yes.
But Deadpool, just a bit of a parenthesis here.
Mhm.
If you check the tab list, you would see that I'm not online. It's because my game crashed.
Oh shit.
My computer, I have to reset my computer real quick because I couldn't close
Ripperoonie.
the game. So yeah. I guess it's one of those things of on Anarchy servers. The lag can get to you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and there's
hmm
ping issues. There's a lot of things that can sort of add up to make things sucky. So understandable.
It's kind of like that's also kind of like surprising to me. Like servers like 2B2T that used to be insanely laggy,
Mm-hmm.
there are not anymore
It's
practically.
Folia. Folia is amazing.
Yeah. And this server, 6V is still kind of like on the
Yeah.
Stone Age practically.
I think
And
Pepper.
especially now that people are summoning withers like crazy.
Well, the TPS has been pretty solid. Jack? You would know because you're actually building on 2B. What's the average player count on 2B at this point? Because 6B's been
There are
trying to.
559 players at the moment.
Oh shit.
Huh?
Okay. So yeah.
559 at the
Wow.
moment. It's 400 to 500. That seems to be the
400
average,
to
and it's
500.
a weekend plus it's Christmas vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 500.
Oh, so there's a lot more player slots.
Yes.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, this is kind of like Folia was a miracle for the server.
Yeah. I hope we
Yeah,
can keep this going and not like get stuck on a version of the server or a version of Minecraft forever again.
Yeah.
yeah, but I assumed that behind the scenes, House and his team are still working on bringing 1.21 at the very least, or maybe they're just like waiting for plugin development on 1.20, 1.4, to get everything at once.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
I'd love to
hmm
see where 2B is hosted. Like how? Like
It's
would it
in
be? Would it be a
New
fucking?
York.
Would it be a fucking server room at this point? Like, what would that even look like from a computer
I don't know. I hear a
standpoint?
lot of
Got to be a big
speculation
portion.
that much like Minecraft Online, it would be like remotely hosted. Like they just pay some server company to host the server, and they just have to pay the monthly cost. But I'm not sure if maybe they now own a server room. I don't know.
Yeah, it would certainly.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I can't imagine what the overhead is. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
from what
wondering
I
if
heard,
2B is
allegedly,
profitable at this point.
allegedly, House makes millions of dollars just from Prio sales. There's this one guy that spent $2 million
Oh,
on
really?
2B2T apparently.
Oh shit.
It was 2,000 or 2 million, Jack.
2000, not 2 million.
Yeah, I was gonna
Two
say
2,000, yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah, so two thousand
FBI would
dollars on
or
2B, but
would
maybe he's not the only one.
IRS would
There's
have
like
something to
a
say
shit
about
ton of
that.
that a shit ton of people that just keep buying Prio on all of their accounts.
Oh yeah,
I
that is
remember
nuts. People do that.
I remember Fit talking to like it's $700 a month or some shit for his alts.
Mm.
It was back when he would do
I mean, I don't
Sunday
know how many.
streams.
I don't know how many olds Fate has. I know he has like the main NES, K-pop buff, and maybe those one-off accounts he would use to pretend to be a new player on his videos. But
Does
I
he
don't know.
does he do any streaming on 2B2T ever?
Not
No, not
currently.
anymore.
No, he seems.
It's
Okay.
I
been
can't tell if
it,
it's
it's
burnout
been
or.
2 years since the last stream he did on 2BTT. Ever since
Oh
he
shit.
has only been streaming on Twitch, servers, QSMP,
Right.
Squidcraft games, and now he's on this new server made by the Lifesteal SMP, the new big guys in the Minecraft scene.
Okay.
I
So
was.
he kind of like left 2BTT pretty much. He
Not a
releases new
surprise.
videos he releases new videos when he just have to pay, a few, electricity bills, like he has to pay for the light on his house, so he just makes a video, makes the money, boom, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad but true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd assume too, like if I had to think about it from a content creation standpoint, it's probably simpler to just go the the run of the mill Minecraft route of in the
Uh-huh.
end 2B's really fucking controversial and just like
Mhm.
if you cater to a more sublime version of Minecraft where it isn't all these schizos hacking each other and fucking backdoor access and like.
I mean,
It's
I guess yeah, because I guess Fit now is looking forward to be more of a general Minecraft YouTuber or streamer,
Oh yeah.
really, and making living out of it. Because
yeah,
I think as
Yeah.
outside of YouTube, he's no longer a teacher and he doesn't have like another job. So I guess he's like going like full time with this.
yeah,
And also, it's not impossible to be a successful creator. There's like examples like Sal or Vincent who still cover 2B2T a lot to an extent. They don't upload very often, that's the thing, but they still, interact with the community. You see, Sal and Vincent went to the Jack rooms. Fit didn't.
yeah.
That's kind of like,
Not yet. I've been in talks with him, but I don't know if it's gonna go through or not.
ooh,
Well, because
we might. This is quite. This is quite interesting. Okay,
Osmobite was
okay.
able to get me some help on that front, so
Oh, okay,
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
what a nice gesture of Mobile. But
nice.
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, Fade. But even though Sal and Fade and Sal and Vincent, are established creators, they're nowhere near as big as FitMC, especially at its peak.
Hmm.
Fittis has more subscribers than them, and has like more like mainstream recognition because I think
Right.
not that many people know Vincent outside of the greater 2v2t community.
Yeah,
Maybe some do. Sal is known in the seed
Sal is
finding
known, yeah.
community,
yeah,
especially in the seed finding community because of the whole pack.png journey.
yeah. That was a
Well, he also
fucking
started
wild
the
saga.
crashing. He also started the
Yeah.
crashing the economies of various servers stuff.
Yeah, he started that trend, and that it's now kind of like overdone to an extent, but not that much.
Yeah, a
And
little.
but yeah, so and aside from those two examples, most players that try to get into YouTube, doing 2v2t content are very niche. There's people like you, Jack. I think Beso to an extent also is trying to get on that train. Ironically, I guess, but they're mostly niche and they don't really like get recommended by the YouTube algorithm because you know how it works.
Yeah.
So one piece of kind of funny lore. So
Uh huh.
originally, so my first true interaction with Anarchy would have been on 2B Japan, and so Orson was prime on dabbled in 2B Japan, and I forget how it fucking happened, but Orson reached out to me, needing
Huh?
Japanese translated because he thought I might speak Japanese. So that
Oh,
was
and you don't.
well, actually, now at this point, I'm learning it on Duo, so I mean it's whatever
Oh,
that
okay.
tier of
Nice,
learning
nice.
is. But at that point, no, I didn't even have Duo. But I just
Okay.
thought it was fucking funny because yeah, I had Orson reaching out like, hey man,
You're cutting off. You're cutting off,
well,
Deadpool.
take it up with the hotel Wi-Fi. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
Fair
but
enough.
yeah, like I just thought that was so funny. I had Orson. I don't know what does this say, and it was like kanji, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's like,
He just spoke. He just asked you that out of the blue,
yeah,
just
he's
like
like,
that.
yeah. He's like, oh shit, I thought you spoke Japanese. It's like, I think I might have even
No, no.
recommended Jack at that point. I think Jack knows Japanese more.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, Jack does know more Japanese than probably our entire, family tree.
Oh yeah. I've always wanted to ask Jack is probably because obviously don't dox yourself or anything in case it's like job relevant. But what's the lore on how you got into speaking Japanese? Is it like going into a
I
job
took it
related,
at
just interest?
I took it at university because I needed a foreign language for my bachelor's.
Oh, okay, sweet.
And I was
Ah,
like, I will use Japanese. I won't use any other language.
Yeah.
okay.
So if it's something I can reasonably justify, then yeah, I'm all right with that.
Nice.
But if not, then I don't care to learn a foreign language that I will totally forget because I had to take French and Spanish in high school.
Okay.
Oh,
About a year each.
Wow.
Don't know a damn lick of either now.
I mean, yeah, I guess,
And
on my
Japanese
case,
is so much farther away, relationally to
Yeah.
English than French or Spanish.
Yeah.
And I couldn't read or write or speak any French or Spanish.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's about how much you like that something.
Yeah.
So
I think
it's different.
I've
Like
noticed
I
on.
liked it enough to be
Yeah. I like, for me, because I dabbled, so I know English, I know Latin. I had,
Latin.
yeah, that was my first language that I learned. Uh, I
Yeah.
dabbled a little bit
Oh,
in Attic Greek, and now I'm learning Japanese. But the thing that kicked the ever living shit out of me in Attic Greek, and Jack, you may be able to appreciate this with your French background, it's the fucking breathing marks. The breathing marks really fucked me up in Attic
breathing
Greek.
mark.
Yeah, like doesn't French
Okay.
have breathing
I
marks?
don't know those. No, Japanese. I mean, Japanese. If you're
Well, I mean in French.
Romanizing it.
No, I
Oh,
mean.
in French.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah, with French, yeah, it has those silly marks, but
Yeah,
I
because
don't remember
that
what they
like
mean
short
anymore.
circuited my brain, and then it was the Greek alphabet that fucked me up because at that point I had only done
Oh man.
Latin, and I didn't appreciate how much just having an alphabet being the same thing that really helps from a memorization standpoint. And
Yeah.
I love in Japanese how phonetic things are. So in some ways it's kind of similar to Latin in that way. And then
Yeah, I guess.
Attic Greek is also tonal like Chinese. So there's
Oh no.
apparently Chinese people supposedly are able to learn Attic Greek easier because they're used to the tonal quality of language. So I thought that was pretty
Every other
interesting.
word is a homophone for every other word.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That is the most annoying type
Uh-huh.
of language.
Mm-hmm.
Would
I
the
think
script be more difficult in Chinese comparatively to Japanese? Do you think? Because there's just
Yes.
more marks and shit to do. There's
Well,
more
with
strokes to
kanji, or
memorize.
rather with the Chinese characters, there are so many thousands of them.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you really have to either be just a photographic memory genius or learn from a very young age.
Yeah.
Because if you're older than 20 something and you're trying to learn those characters, you have to practice that every day.
Yeah.
That is an everyday thing, and it's not worth it. In this digital society where you can easily figure out what things are through just a Google search, nah,
Yeah.
I would rather not.
yeah. Uh, can I say something about my experience learning
Oh,
English?
sure.
Yeah. Go for it.
On my case, I guess it's kind of like a happy accident that I have learned a lot of English because when I was a kid and my parents just gave me their phone to watch YouTube and just like shut up, go watch funny video. I saw English speaking YouTubers from an early age, from like 7 to 8 years old, and
Okay.
from
Oh, wow.
back then I started kind of like learning the English accent and some words. But of course, when I progressed on school and took English classes because it's an obligatory subject, math, kind of like class to
Right.
have now. I just started to polish it, and especially now that I had the accent, kind of like emulated because there's this issue with any language really that most foreign speakers don't have the accent, even though they know the vocabulary and can say words. They still have
Yeah.
their native accent. But I guess on my case, I kind of circumvented that,
Yeah.
and over time, I just been polishing my vocabulary, especially talking with native speakers like you have been helpful, to get practice, being in a conversation and
Right.
not being that afraid, of like saying a word wrong or
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think I over time, I just master it to the point I can speak in English as casually as I do in Spanish.
That's awesome.
It's been a
So,
fun journey,
so
and
did you
even
did
as
you
of
never have
That's
an
difficult.
English class? Because if not, that's really fucking impressive. Because I know learning
I mean,
English is a
not
real
like
pain for
outside
people.
of like traditional school, I didn't have and like going to this English teacher, to give me private classes. No, it was just by growing up,
Osmosis.
going
No,
to
that's fucking wild. No, that's very
yeah,
impressive.
But yeah, you were
and
young enough that you could pick up the language. That happens.
yeah, and but as not until this year, I didn't have a certification, to legally say now that I speak English. But on this year, I did an exam. I think I talked about it a while back. There was
Yeah.
this, Harvard, the Harvard University made kind of like an offer to all of the students on my university that whoever wants to get an English certification, if you can pass this English exam, you get the
Oh,
certification.
that's
And I
fucking
said, I'll
gangster
do it.
shit.
I'll do it, and I did it.
Oh, good
I
job,
clutched it.
Okay.
dude. That's
The
fantastic.
certification is gonna take a while to arrive though because it's coming from England, but
Sure.
by
No,
2025 it's gonna be here.
No, that's
But
fucking
well, that's fine.
incredible,
I,
dude.
I I got it. I got it.
Oh, good.
So yeah, that's good because I have like more job opportunities on the future. You can get better jobs if you say, oh, I know English, and you show them that
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Well, and if nothing else, there's always good translation jobs. That's
Oh
always
yeah,
in
that as well.
demand.
That's probably gonna be one of my first jobs. Being a translator.
Yeah.
In Spain, right?
No, not in Spain. No,
Oh, Mexico.
uh, Mexico. Yeah, because
Okay.
Spain is on Europe, and I am on America. The American
Okay.
continent.
No, it's Pancho who's in Spain.
No,
Oh,
Pancho is
Poncho.
No,
also
no, he's.
here.
Oh,
And
okay.
you are
That's
very
El Rich
lucky.
MC I'm thinking of. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's a rich MC is from Spain, and just kind of
That's who I
like
was mixing him up with. I'm so sorry.
uh,
I do that.
don't worry. I know that it can get complicated. I get you. But
Yeah.
just so you two get me, how do you see the British? They have this weird English accent and
Yeah.
this weird, grammar.
Yeah.
Same
Mhm.
thing with Spanish. The people on
Yes.
Spain, they're the British equivalent of every other country that speaks Spanish. Even though technically their Spanish is the original,
Yeah.
for
Right.
us,
I've heard
it's kind of
supposedly
weird.
Castilian Spanish has a lot of lisping, supposedly, from what I've heard.
They they do emphasize a lot the S. You know, like
It's like
the S is kind of like a letter more predominant on their language as a
mhm.
whole. Like at the end of words that usually don't have an S, they have it. For example,
Oh, okay.
That's
Mhm.
weird.
I mean, I don't know if I can give you an example because I do have, out of, memes, and all that. I know some words from Spain Spanish, but I guess they don't have, they're not that funny if you say them in English. So I'm just gonna let you know that it's basically British English, like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
mate, it's a bit odd, ain't it?"
Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
kind of
Pancho
like that
says,
style.
ask El Cayman to make his gref impression to hear how Spanish from Spain sounds.
Yeah, basically, so both of you understand what Pancho means. The Gref is one of the biggest Twitch streamers on the Spanish-speaking community, and
Okay.
obviously he's from Spain
Okay.
because most Spanish-speaking Twitch streamers are from Spain. And well, he has kind of like this exaggerated personality. It's kind of like how
Oh
would be a
yeah.
good kind of like how would be Casio, this other guy that
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Pancho likes a lot. Casey has an exaggerated personality, and kind of like every stream of his, he sells it as the biggest event in human history. This is
Yeah.
like earth-shattering events, and it's just him playing Fortnite or
Yeah.
Minecraft occasionally. So yeah, it's kind of like that. And obviously, since he's from Spain, Spanish, it's kind of like a target, for this type of humor that, when the Gref stream starts, kind of like, and the earth completely shatters. So yeah, that's why Panchik, kind of like jokes a lot around with him. And same thing with Elrich MC, although Elrich MC, does actually impressive stuff in Minecraft.
Now, was
I
he?
guess so. I guess there's
That's a
that.
that's a familiar name. Was he part of the QSMP with Fit? I feel like I've heard
No,
Yes.
no,
all.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
The involvement Rich had on with Vid was on Squidcraft. He was there, I think, on his team, or if not, they were like rivals.
Okay.
But also, Rich, he was, the big YouTuber that introduced the Spanish-speaking community to 2B2T. I learned originally about 2B2T in 2017 because of him. And
Okay.
years later, I found a video of it from around that time where he talks about him. He was kind of like our camping rusher in a way. He
Okay.
was
Yeah.
the one that brought it to mainstream attention. Although, sadly, Fate never dueled him. He never because Fate, Rich has this kind of like weird attitude toward things. He's very reserved and only interacts with other people in his circle. He's friends with this other YouTuber called Killer Creeper 35, and he only makes content for the most part with him because he doesn't trust anyone else. He
Okay.
doesn't collab with any other creator than that it's not him. And I guess it's
Interesting.
good enough because there's a bunch of bad apples on the high spheres of content creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's interest. It's fun stuff. At least that there's a lot of parallels. In every language. We may speak different languages, but a lot of our stories are basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human condition. It's always
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get.
always
Mhm.
commonalities with everybody.
Exactly.
I was wondering. I had a unrelated. Um, Jack, I had heard that wardens were a fucking problem at spawn. So,
Yeah, kind of.
do you have any can you shed some light on that? Because from what I understand with like default shulkers and like how the default game is, you can't place shulk down and it would spawn wardens. Is has,
Oh yeah. Let
is
me
2B different,
let me
or
show you.
is there some sort of
You'll see. You'll see.
I didn't know if it was like
I think that
plug-in
just
related or some shit.
No, 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 no.
Uh, I think that yeah, Jack is gonna tell you about, but basically they
No. There's a really good
manually.
video. I just need to find it. There we are.
Yeah, the fast Vincent video.
No, it's not a fast fencing video. It's even better.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
by the guy who did it himself.
Oh
Oh.
How
shit.
I flooded a Minecraft server with the deadliest mob. How wardens are made.
Oh wow.
Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun, dun,
that's pretty
dun,
fucking
dun.
funny.
It's such a good parody. I love it. I'm gonna watch it.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna dip out now. But it was nice talking to you guys. So hopefully this
Yeah, yeah,
this 2BTT Warden Army really answers your question. It's really
Awesome.
funny.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I'll have to
yeah,
check this
yeah.
out. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks for stopping by,
Yeah.
Jack.
yeah.
Thanks for having me
It's
on your
always
stream too.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Very
always
cool.
fun to talk to you, Jack. You're a very nice person.
Well,
Anyway,
thank you.
see ya.
Enjoy your base. Enjoy
Thank you.
making it even crazier than it already is.
Yeah, will
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
Thanks,
See
Jack.
ya.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Oh, and one last tiny little parting gift.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Don't say this out loud. Don't talk about it. Don't say anything. Just look at the picture.
Okay.
Oh shit, that looks awesome.
Oh my god, that is
Okay,
crazy.
that's fucking
Oh my
cool.
lord.
That's very
Yeah.
cool. Very base, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
Oh,
Yeah,
base.
that's
now you
beyond cool.
understand.
I
Oh yeah.
now I get it.
Yeah, I've been working on that for the last 12 hours.
Holy
Trying
Oh,
to figure
nice.
shit.
after I took a break from that to download, the base on
Hmm.
2BTT. But
We
yeah,
will keep the
that
secret. We will keep the secret.
I'm gonna say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I literally designed this base in GIMP and MS Paint. And then I
Damn.
used MapArtCraft to make it real.
Oh my god,
Damn.
that's really
I'm
cool.
gonna
That's
I'm gonna
some crazy
eventually
stuff.
when it comes to fruition and all that, like I'm gonna show off and say how map art craft was used to make this base
Wow.
and stuff like that. It'll be
Ah,
fun. It'll be fun.
No,
it will be fun. It will be.
that'll be awesome content. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
very
Okay.
based, dude.
Well, yes. You all have a good one.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye. What a nice stream
No, that was.
intervention.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah, we're.
yeah, Jack is a cool dude.
Yeah, sorry.
We had an awesome
Sorry.
combo.
Sorry, Pancho.
Oh yeah,
He
Pancho was not
deleted it
here.
before I could
Pancho
do
was
anything.
not. Pancho was. Wait, Pancho. He missed this. He
Yeah.
would have loved to be here, but I guess it's for the better that he doesn't get his hands on this information because he yeah. But
Yeah, no,
that
that's.
was fun. I actually had a good time.
No, that was awesome. Yeah, I feel like if I had a big, tremendous holiday special or something, it's like, no, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
you get when this stream is done, you gotta upload it and archive it because
Oh, yeah.
this is going down in the history,
Yeah,
and the
no.
history of Ethic and Raider.
Yeah.
That one time Jack the Ripper was on stream.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
definitely.
would have been more epic if he was in game with us, placing
Oh, well.
Obby,
I
but it still was really good.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you can't expect him to place all, it's a
You know,
lot going on, but yeah,
he
I'm
he
just happy
he,
to
he
chat
he's
with him.
he's for the most part done with like placing biblical amounts of blocks of
Yeah.
obsidian.
Yeah,
He's for the most part.
Jack's paid his dues on hellishly large builds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm putting up my game. Sorry, I had to reset my computer. This entire time was just me getting everything to work back again.
Okie dokie.
But I will be able to hop in at least, for the final stretch of the stream.
Sure.
And remember that at 9 p.m. or whenever I'll tell you, I'm gonna make sure to ping you. Should I ping you or on both of your accounts or
Yeah,
just on the
just do
Giga Chat
both
account?
for the hell of it. Either way, I'll
Mm.
if
Yeah,
whatever one I
yeah.
happen to be on,
So,
I'll see it.
uh-huh. And we will, play on. I'm actually, quite excited to tell you about how to change your skin, because
Hmm.
it would be cool if with everyone, all of us had a custom skin.
Yeah,
It's fine if you're Steve because Steve is, very iconic.
I get to be
But
Jack Black now. I am
yeah, you
Steve.
get, yeah, you're Jack Black now. You're part of the team.
That's a
And
funny.
I am Steve.
That's the funny thing with any role Jack Black's in. It's just this. It's kind of like Jim Carrey. He's just playing himself. Like it's.
Yeah, he's just playing himself, but it's funny,
Yeah.
it works somehow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anyway, in the meantime, this loads up. Something I forgot to tell you when Jack was around. If Orson DM'd me out of the blue, I would self implode. That would be so scary.
Oh, it
I
wasn't.
mean, there was this one time he joined a Saturday night gaming session just to tell Jack that Hotakan and Jared broke up again.
Yeah.
And he was chill, for the most part. I say hi, how are you? And he said, I'm doing great.
Yeah. Well, that was the. I forget. I was in. I forget. I don't think I've ever been in a call with Orson, but I learned somehow that he's Australian, and that really surprised me.
He is Australian. He has that accent.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of like funny, to see you hear about all of these, legendary players at this point, and you don't know what to do when you are actually in front of them, and sometimes they can be actually normal good people, or
Yeah.
sometimes they can be like actual creeps,
Yeah.
like bad people.
Yeah. Jared 2013. So the only interaction I've had indirectly with him was it must have been the 2022 or 2023 pixel placing thing for that Reddit, and he Jared
R
23
slash place, yeah.
and Jared 2013 was in VC arguing with like she had to have been like in her 70s and he was losing, and it was like watching Eminem's rap battle, and she was
I
just
think I
absolutely
think you
destroying him.
actually I think you actually told me about that story when you were reading AOS, when it was revealed, that Jerry 2013 was the main bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, that Jared is. It's a bit of a loose cannon, but from what I've seen slash heard, I think he is more mentally stable. You can have a good conversation if you don't piss him off. You can be chill with him. You can be friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing now, talking about 2v2T lore again,
Hmm.
my lore.
Yeah.
The thing with why I chose Jerry 2013 to be the first villain of the story, is because for the most part I didn't want to use generic names at first, because Jerry 2013, he's somewhat recognized. He's featured in a lot of videos,
Yeah.
but he's kind of like not that big of a name if you're not into the general community of
Yeah.
2V. Like, if you're just like a casual fit viewer, you would say, "Oh, Jerry 2013 is this other dude."
Yeah.
And for my investigation, hello Deadpool, I'm back.
Yeah.
Look
Hello.
behind you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see you.
look
Yeah.
behind. Mhm. It's me again.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, with Jared, from my investigation, he's more or less that type of person that he simply just gets involved in bad shit,
Yeah.
and but he's not at his core a bad person. He's kind of like kind of a bit of Milton mental issue, but he's not bad. Pancho actually spoke with him on the BC once and said he was pretty respectful. He didn't like said any bad shit about him or anything.
Well, and I think the important thing to remember too is a lot of these people were teenagers on the
Huh?
internet, so they're
What did
not.
you say?
A lot of people were
Can you? Can,
a lot of people were teenagers on the internet, so they're not fully fledged human beings yet. They're
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
more
because I
more
think Jared was
unhinged and
actually like 10 years old or
something.
11 when
Yeah.
he joined 2B2T.
Yeah.
So he was like a genuine just rage kid,
Yeah.
like
It's
this
just
type of kid that would insult the shit out of you in an
inter,
Xbox
inter,
Live PC.
internet toddler, expressing rage.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh. So I guess that's that. But I guess on for a narrative standpoint, it kind of worked for me because I could make Jared this type of villain that isn't bad per se. He's not doing what he does for a selfish purpose. He wants to bring back his server, 242 Furious, and he wants to save it, and even offers house to be with on his side, like be on the team. We will make Two Furious, bring him back. But of course at the expense of 2v2t,
yeah.
like he doesn't care about the 2b2t player base, and that's where the conflict starts. But he does care about his allies, people like Holt account, Jake the Snake, people like that. Cody Smile 11, I think I told you he shows up.
Yeah.
So even with House to an extent, there's some scenes when you like get back into reading AOS, when you get to learn a lot about his character. You learned a lot about him on the prologue, but there's
Yeah.
more to that, to his character, on where when he, House and Callie get on his ship, the Bedrock ship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, that's the thing with Jared, that he's in and of itself a villain, but not like a full evil, like
Yeah.
Just despicable.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's one of those villains that puts the hero to test.
Mm-hmm.
Like how far they can go and all that. And that's something I'm gonna do in the opposite direction. Fit MC versus Housemaster, because the villain is just gonna be a total asshole.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna empathize with him. If
Yeah.
anything, you would want him dead.
Yeah.
But because, well, I'm doing that because for variety. If all villains were like Jared, Jared wouldn't be special.
Yeah.
And also because, to be honest, there's more like people that are assholes for the sake of being assholes, and to be to see that people that are assholes because, I don't know, like bad real life experiences and all that.
Yeah.
Because Jared has also his first share of, like, I think he went to, or at least was on, like, the battlefield, on a war.
Oh, really? In real life,
Like
I wasn't aware of that.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he was on the military. He was serving
Oh,
for the
no
military.
shit. I wasn't aware of that. That'd be pretty
I
wild.
think Jack talked about it on stream, because there was this one time where Holt account joined in an alt account, how appropriate, to one of Jack's streams, and they were talking about how Jared, it was out of the country, in Ukraine.
Oh shit. That's wild. Hmm.
Yeah, he eventually came back.
Hmm.
Yeah, he eventually came back, and he's now at home, but that happened, so Jared really doesn't have it easy.
Yeah.
So I guess he's somewhat justified, but he's also have improved as a person.
Sure. Sure.
His relationship with Holtakan may be all messy. They break up sometimes, but then they later on come back together, and then they break up again. But I guess it's simply like just couple stuff.
Yeah.
Like relationship stuff and all that. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, Jared is, it's an interesting person. It's kind of like, I would unironically would love to talk to him one day. Just how his Minecraft experiences, for example. What he thinks about the game, and what he does if he actually like has a single player world and not only plays multiplayer. Because I know that there's like two types of people on the Minecraft community. There's those who have never touched multiplayer ever, and those who have never touched single player ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I'm
used to
kind of
play.
like in between, because I have my own personal survival world, but then I'm here, with you, or I play on Hypixel.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like tried both
Yeah.
stuff, but it would be interesting to know what type of person Jared is,
Yeah.
because that's what I was talking about, talking to the people behind the myth,
Yeah.
like like saying, for example, like what it would be like to actually talk with the pop-up,
Yeah.
the person, because
Yeah.
you always hear about, this beast, this griefer, if you see
Infamous
him,
griefer
you're
pop
dead.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder, what does he think about being pretty much iconic, like akin to 2v2t, because
Yeah.
think about it. I
Functionally, the
think
face of 2B. Yeah.
if if you ask someone to name a 2v2t player, there's a pretty high chance, for not saying guaranteed, that they're
Yeah.
gonna tell you pop up.
Yeah.
Like, before names like Fit himself or Housemaster, Tristan, Pyrovite, the first one to come to mind to most people is Pop Up. So
Yeah.
I would wonder, like, how it is to like carry that title, of being 2v2t's most infamous griefer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like food for thought. Of
Yeah.
thought. Yeah. So, and also because I got a taste of that by talking to Jack for 3 years now.
Yeah.
that I heard about him, on Fitz videos that he's just, this dude that built stuff, but you don't really get to know who he truly is until you actually speak with him.
Yeah.
And he's, a bit trollish. Most of the time, doesn't give a fuck about anything. But aside from that, he's just a very good person.
Yeah.
Like it's fun to talk about it with him. Talk about stuff. Not only Minecraft but just life stuff in general.
Yeah.
Like I guess one of the most fun memories I have, on this server was just talking about U.S. politics with Jack and the others. It was good fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I
runs
guess who
runs
would
the
have
gamut.
guessed that a server adjacent to this oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, most toxic server, is one of the few places where you can talk about politics without dying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. I've
It,
had a
it, it is
couple.
actually.
Go ahead.
Continue talking.
I've had a couple experiences where, yeah, I've in this cesspool of human beings, yeah, I've found D&D game players, and yeah, it's been wild because
Uh-huh.
there is a lot of a
Yeah.
lot of toxicity, but yeah, you will find some pearls as you go,
Yeah, some
hidden
hidden
gems.
gems beneath all the coal.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
I'll be bringing back more obby. I'm just taking a quick ADHD break where I'm placing a little bit of
Oh yeah, yeah.
glass
Don't worry.
to
I'll continue placing the obby. I still have a few stacks on my inventory.
Okay. I was running out of obby anyway, so I am doing an obby run for us. I have this one
Hmm.
little
Good,
section
good.
of the wizard tower that's been open air, so I'm just slapping on a irregular glass roof, so it's not as naked. Let me see
Hmm.
here. Slap
Good.
that on there. Yeah, it was pretty funny with Jack in here. It's kind of like we had a podcast or something. It's pretty
It's
funny.
kind of like what?
A podcast, the
Uh, it sometimes this type of PCs feel like a podcast where we just talk about like subject matters as we go. We went from talking about Joji, Filthy Frank, going past our experiences learning foreign languages, of course, on 2B2T Minecraft stuff mixed in. It
yeah,
was fun. Like I had good fun.
yeah.
And especially it kind of like adds to my point that talking to like native English speaking people just helped me practice, and I
Oh
think I
yeah,
did pretty good.
oh
I
yeah,
got the language.
oh yeah.
And
You're definitely conversational. Yeah, I never would have guessed that you primarily learned it just from
y-
raw experience
yeah,
with
yeah,
people.
this is
So
like like you people tell you to learn the theory, how in theory works, but
mm-hmm.
obviously a big important part of it is like actually putting into practice, actually go out and talk to people
Yeah,
that talk English,
yeah,
and see how you do, and for the most part I think I got it down.
yeah,
Oh, oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god.
On the server, there'll be strings of like 30 withers being placed at a time. So yeah, don't.
That absolutely, unhinged
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. It does get pretty annoying at times because, yeah, you can't really block the wither sound to my
And
knowledge.
would you believe me that for the longest time I have been with you on this server, I have never heard that, the wither sound effect, and just out of the sudden when I come back to playing with you, it
Yeah.
just now just pops in every second.
Yeah.
I think it's because there's like griefing bases, so just using them as weapons.
I,
Why if it hasn't done a video about that?
yeah.
How withers were weaponized on 2v2t.
Yeah. Well, the way I think about it is unless I'm somewhere on base where I'm not seeing wither tags and then I suddenly do, I'll be like, okay, this is red
Yeah,
alert.
what you
And
were saying? Deadpool, you're cutting off. Could you repeat that?
uh, the way I figure is, wherever I happen to be on server, as long as I'm not somewhere with wither tags up in the
It's
screen.
it's cutting you off.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait until it comes back. So I'll just keep babbling, and you tell me when you're able to hear me again clearly. Bing
I
bong, bing
think
bong.
I think yeah, you're good now. You're good
Okay.
now.
Wherever I happen to be on server, my sort of my red alert protocol, so to speak, is if I'm somewhere on base where I don't see wither tags, and suddenly I do, that's when I'll worry. But if it isn't that, then I just sort of ignore it.
Yeah, I guess at this point you just get used to this constant sound of
Yeah.
withers, doing withering things.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the saying "Not my circus, not my monkeys"? Have you ever heard that? It's a pretty good one.
No, no, no,
Yeah, it's like
I haven't.
if it isn't your problem, it's not your circus, not your monkeys, you know.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now. It's kind of like, yeah.
So
Okay, so there's some mobs here that didn't die, so I'm just gonna use them for repairing my gear.
okay.
Yeah, there's some creepers and spiders around here, so I'm just gonna take them out.
Okie dokie.
Oh, wait a second, hold on. Okay, just gonna log out and log back in real quick. My skin didn't load it, so I'm just gonna get it on again. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Right. So where was I? Okay, let's do this side. So Deadpool,
Mm-hmm.
did you? I guess you didn't had time to get the Eye Blossom cape. With the new event that Mojang did.
Yeah, no, I've never really had an interest in capes. Yeah,
Nah.
I wouldn't even know how to get them
Okay,
if I
okay.
did want them.
It's all right. If you wanted to know, just ask me because I'm up to date with the news and all that.
Okay.
But maybe if there's like another Twitch cape, I could tell you how to enable it so your viewers could like get it for free.
Oh, okay.
And also you also get it because you're a Twitch streamer, so you need to be you need to have that tag. The hey everyone, I'm a Twitch streamer.
Yep. In some
But
ways,
I've
it
been
might be
like.
better to not have it because if I had to go to a spawn, I don't want to draw attention to myself. It's another layer
I
of
mean,
it.
you can just hide it. I mean, you could just hide it. Like there's this option on the config that you can say whether you want or not to your cape to show up.
Oh, okay.
You can customize it.
Fair enough.
Okay, just gonna throw this. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I think I should keep the gunpowder if I need to craft rockets in the future. So I'm just gonna throw this and this and this. But yeah, I do have a bit of an interest because I kind of like always had a cape on cracked Minecraft. So when moving into premium MC, I didn't had a cape. Although I did earn the Cherry Blossom cape, and the Twitch and 15th anniversary capes on Pocket Edition because for the longest time that was the only version I had officially.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually sent an email to Emojin support, and in one or 2 days, I got all my capes in Java, and that was cool. And then I said, I'll try to get more of the free capes.
Yeah.
Probably like getting event, like real life events, like like there's this Minecraft experience in Dallas, Texas right now, where there's kind of like an adventure in Minecraft, on the world. It's kind of like this augmented reality type stuff. There's holograms and all that,
Oh, okay.
and
No,
they
I
give
hadn't
you
heard about
and
that.
they give you a cape if you go there just by buying a ticket, and that's cool, But obviously, that type of cape, I think it's kind of like the Minecon capes. If only the people that can go there will have them. And of course, there's some elitism with that. You remember that for the longest time, if you had like an actual cape, that was the biggest flex on Minecraft you could do.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
now,
cool.
I think that from now on, more like capes will be given out to the public. I will get my hands on, the ones I can get my hands on. It's kind of like, this promo on a restaurant. They like if you fulfill this survey, you get like I don't know free chicken wings, and I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, free stuff's free stuff.
Yeah, free stuff. It's free stuff. hmm Okay, so Deadpool, I think I'm down to my last line of Avi.
Oh, okay.
How long we've been streaming for the most part?
For right now, I'm on 2 hours and 21 minutes. So, yeah. So we've
How
freaking.
about how about the no how about this we finish placing the Avi we have on our inventories, and
Mm-hmm.
then we call it off for
Sure.
today.
Yeah.
To reach the 2 hour and I don't know 45-minute mark,
Sure.
because I think at this pace we could like empty our inventory out of hobby, and
Mm-hmm.
say, yeah, we did good job done.
Yeah.
We did a good job.
And I will do my when we finish up, we'll raid into somebody, so I can get the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Twitch points for that.
Yeah, Twitch credits, my favorite.
Definitely helps expand things too, because sometimes you'll get a shout out if people are feeling like it. So it certainly helps a lot.
Yeah. A bit of that, as FitMC says, that cloud chase.
Yep, 100%.
Well done.
Yeah, it helps when we get in the range of the haste beacons. That certainly makes things suck a lot less.
Yep. Again.
Well, and I did a good job. I was able to get my social media post out before I started up stream today, so I was able to do my due diligence on that. So that's good.
Mm, yeah. I think how many stacks I have? You know, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 and something stacks.
Okay.
7 in total. So I think in kind of like 10 to 15 minutes, it would be done.
Okay. It's all good.
So Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be back here.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Well,
Fun, and also this is a good excuse to like like clean off the dust of my Twitch account because
yeah.
I don't use it that much.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and never feel like you have to place. It's not a condition for you to be here. All of
Yeah,
this is entirely
I'll do
voluntarily
it
based. You know.
when I I'll do it when I can. I'm
Yeah,
always like
yeah,
glad to be on this project that it's definitely fascinating that you have been just putting a lot of hours of effort into something that it's kind of pointless to the average person,
yeah,
but on your eyes it's like God's work.
yeah. Well, it's to me, it spawned out from a. I think of it as like a meditation. Because if you look at it on the surface, yeah, it is. Insane. I've placed over 1 million virtual blocks of something, but that's
Avi.
that's why I love like when you turn that into content creation. We're preserving it a little bit. There's also no one's guaranteed a tomorrow, so if something happens to me, mom has record of my existence.
I
And
guess yeah, it's a good way to immortalize your work
yeah,
in a way.
yeah,
It will stay forever as long as the internet exists, and
yeah.
that's gonna be for a while.
As long as YouTube doesn't spontaneously shit itself, yeah, it should be pretty well preserved. So,
It's funny that a bunch of wither sounds went off as soon as you said that.
yeah. But there is an argument like if there ever was a large scale attack on base, in theory that could be content in and of itself, but obviously I'd rather
Hmm.
not have that happen. I'd be happy just building however long I'm able to. Let's see. That was what was so crazy seeing Jack build Space Valkyria 3 is you just have no
Oh yeah,
idea how
the dude,
unfinished it was when it originally got griefed on 2B. You never would have guessed that he had so much more
yeah, because
vision
it
to it.
was just not the main station was already impressive, but Jack wanted to do an entire city.
Yeah,
And sure, he didn't detailed all of the builds, but he did most of them.
yeah, that's really wild.
Like that's like some insane work right there. But he's a person to admire because my builds are not as ambitious. I may do a little outpost or something, or like an invase. This
Yeah,
little thingy. But then Jack just goes out of his way to do an entire space station with a city attached to it on rings.
yeah. I don't know if you noticed
Like,
yesterday, but I happened to be working on the my granddad's home yesterday. So Jack will be pleased whenever he ends up back
ah,
online. There's a little bit of updates
no,
and
I would love to see how that project is done because it was a good house. It was a good
yeah,
house.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think the biggest thing I might end up having like item frames with books to give little stories about the place because yeah, there's lots of little memories that
There's
spawn.
actually like since this server is on 1.21, there's
Mm-hmm.
a new type of library where you can actually place books inside it,
Oh
and that
wow,
would be perfect.
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be perfect for that. Yeah, I think I'll later send you the crafting recipe. It's not an obvious one, especially since on this server you don't get recipes until you actually craft the item.
Yeah,
But it is, it is, a cool feature that was added last year.
yeah, that would be pretty
A
nice.
fun fact, a fun fact I have. Jack, Jack signed me a book, and I have it on one of those libraries in
Oh,
my
that's
single
very
player
cool.
world.
No,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
that's why I think like Jack just kind of has a level of appreciation towards all of us just because we're still I'm at least here since 2021, but I know some people were here even since 2020.
Yeah.
When did you join the server?
I'll have to go
Oh,
check. Uh, I forget off the top of
what
my head.
watch your step? Watch your step, Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I can. Well, on this account, this account was made this year. Let me check on my other account. That is, I don't know when I joined off the top of my head. Let me see.
I mean,
Let me
the
see.
earliest I remember you being here was 2022.
Let me see. I joined November 28th of 2021.
Oh, so you were in 2021, but I guess you didn't spoke that much at the beginning
Yeah, probably
because
not.
I joined in September. In September.
Yeah, I tend to be a wallflower until, I'm not.
I mean, it took me a while to like loosen up here because especially with the impression like, oh, this is like 2v2t, where you have to be on your toes.
Yeah, you assume
Uh,
everyone's gonna,
eh, eh,
hack
but
you or some
honestly,
shit.
the people in this server are not very different from like your classmates, for example.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, like, and especially at the beginning, I was just like this random dude who joined. But
Yeah,
then, as time grew on, like people like Universe in our corporate are actually like said stuff like, Cayman is, like a real one and stuff like that. Like he has been here for a long time now. So, it's kind of like, yeah, I have made my mark on this tiny community, and that's something you don't get that a lot of nowadays. Be part of this group of people where everyone knows each other pretty much. Like it's
yeah,
not like kind of like this big YouTuber Discord servers where it's just chaos.
yeah.
And I guess it's a good thing as
Game
to
crashed.
why, Oh no.
I switched.
Well, hold up. Let me.
Well, it's because I switched applications. Sometimes that'll happen with
Mm.
OBS.
Okay,
So
so I will finish placing. I have two stacks and a half left. So I just, oh my god, the withers. I don't know, you are not here to hear this, but I just heard the sound 20 times in a row.
yeah, it's so loud it gets pretty obnoxious.
Hmm. I mean, good thing I'm not using headphones right now
Yeah,
on my computer because I'm on the phone right now on Discord mobile. But what was I saying? Ah, yeah, that this is a good thing as to like I said before with Jack. Even though like people like Bezo, Jack, the more niche creators on the 2B2T community are, well, that niche.
yeah,
It's still cool because you get in exchange for not being that great of they don't upload that often and they don't have that much view counts.
yeah,
You get in exchange being part of a tight community, where everyone knows each other and there's not a lot of dramas.
yeah,
I mean, 2BTT is no stranger to having player drama and all that, especially with all the Jerry 2013 and Holt account, shenanigans.
yeah. I'm having the Minecraft crashing each time I switch in and out of OBS bug. So I'm probably going to
Uh,
raid into people
I
now.
mean,
Cut
I
the.
mean, before you do that, let's finish talking. As I finish placing the obby,
Mm-hmm.
let's finish talking.
Well, I have a black
Yeah,
screen right now
like.
because I can't. I. It's. I'm not generating content currently. The screen is black because I can't. Every time I try to get back into Minecraft, it's shitting itself. Um, so let me see here. Because yeah, it's given me this nonsense of a out of date graphics driver, which I don't believe. Let me see.
Okay, but what was I saying at that? There's all the Holt account in Jerry 2013 or the Spawn Masons, the IHOP stuff that's
Yeah.
very fucked up.
Yeah.
But, there's also, I guess Jack represents, the best that 2B2T can offer you.
Yeah.
And, the people, that it's on this server, they're definitely like, there have been some, really nice people that you can get actual meaningful, like, friendships with.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we live, like, thousands of kilometers apart.
Yeah. Yeah, Discord in general has been amazing for opening the world up and to have a social media outlet that's much more personable than like Twitter, because you're never really chit chatting with people in Twitter, or I haven't at least. So,
uh, yeah, Twitter is the prime example of, I guess you could call it like the internet equivalent of just going to an event, like a public event. You're
yeah,
like kind of like on the street, like out in the public,
yeah,
because there's just a shit ton of drama on Twitter to this point alongside Reddit, the drama website, the drama social media, like if you want, like argue with people all day long, go to Twitter or Reddit. That's
yeah,
your best shot.
yeah.
Okay, Deadpool. Last block of obsidian of the day. It's done. It's done. We
Awesome.
did it. Let me
Let me
check.
see.
Let me check how many. Let me check how many
Minecraft
obby I play.
isn't shitting itself this time. Okay, I have it back on screen. Nice.
Let me check my stats. Hold up. I'm gonna go back to my place after my little nest thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where is it? Where could you see the stats screen?
That would be go into your
Uh,
options
there
menu.
we go. There we go. I found it. I found it. Okay, so items. Okay, so today, just today, I mined 58 blocks of obsidian and placed 2,906 blocks just today.
Nice. Let me see. So I started off at 1,228,680, and now I am at 1,236,915. So it looks like roughly 8,000 obby placed today. Not too
A
bad.
good amount, a good amount.
Yeah,
A
because
healthy amount of a hobby.
yep, yep. And so it's that much harder to destroy the base. It's 8,000 times 8 seconds more time people will need to destroy the base. That's awesome.
Oh, hey, Deadpool, I saw you. I saw you. Welcome back. So I guess it would be good, to end off the stream like this. The two of us on screen.
Yeah. Where are you
You know, let's,
currently?
I'm above you. I'm above you.
Oh, okay.
Hello there, Mr. Deadpool. Let's take a
Hello,
screenshot.
hello.
Where it would be a good place to take a picture. To send it off.
We could do the beacon or something.
Yeah, the beacon. The beacon would be cool.
I was thinking too. I have a little. Do a send off at the end of my show where I go to the DJ thing and play one of the music discs. That seems to be a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
of an
yeah.
outro.
Oh fuck. Sorry, I fell off.
No, it's okay.
I fell off. Like, there we go.
Go get my
Okay, so
box.
we sent off the stream in the the.
Yeah, we could do your screenshots, and then I'll go over to where the little
Okay,
DJ
now
booth
I'm gonna
is.
take a screenshot here on the beacon. Get in here.
Okay.
Make the beacon visible, and yeah, look to where am I looking at,
Mm-hmm.
and there we go.
Awesome.
Okay, So
And
now, where would be the music disc? Yeah, the music thingy. Where is it?
you know where the other corner of the pyramid is? That in that direction where I'm pointing.
Uh huh.
So it would be
Uh huh.
over there, over the mountain range. So I'll meet you over there.
Uh-huh. I'm following you. I'm following you.
Okay.
And it's kind of fun, to fly with other people with elytra.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you added cherry trees to this. I didn't
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, that was during the dark ages when I wasn't streaming.
The Dark Ages. Ah, yeah. Oh, this place changed a lot from the last time I was here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Techno Monument has a bunch of chickens inside now. So I
a
sort of
bunch of chickens.
so I usually play this disc and then just vibe to the disc and do my little outro.
Far. Okay, look where am I looking at? I'm gonna take a picture. There we go. With the music disc. So yeah, Far. Yeah, I like Far. It's one of my favorite music disc on the game.
Yeah, tends to be pretty chill.
It's a chill disc.
Yeah. But yeah, no, pretty good stream. Had a little bit of a buzz earlier in stream. That's all gone now, so I've sobered up.
Uh huh.
But yeah, really action-packed stream. Well over the
Mm-hmm.
2-hour mark, so doing pretty well.
Yeah,
And
this was one of the most fun streams I ever been with you.
yeah, and thanks to Pancho Hamster for showing up, El Cayman, Jack the Ripper. We also have
Oh yeah, Pancho, if you're watching the stream,
Broke
so
the Neck.
sorry you couldn't be on the actual VC. Jack lick the lore.
And
I'm sorry.
but yeah, no, having a lot of fun. Got a lot done. We're nearly to the end of the third side of the pyramid, so we're on the downward end of things will be done soon. Let me see. Definitely, I think it will definitely be done before the end of December. But let me see. I want to pull up real quickly my internet, see who I can possibly raid into. Let's see. Who is streaming right now? Let me see. Up, the person I was thinking isn't online currently.
Mm.
Let me see here. Sweet. So I rated this person yesterday, so I don't want to wear out my welcome there.
Mm-hmm. So, who is it gonna be, Deadpool?
Trying to think. I haven't raided into Zen in a while. I'm trying to see if she's busy. Yesterday she was doing a big charity event, so I didn't want to interrupt that. Looks like she's doing a collab, but she's playing some Helldivers. Might be who we're raiding into today.
Yeah, would be good.
Happens to be Gamer of the Year at the VTuber Awards. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But let me see here. Any final thoughts? Same old with the holiday season. We're on the downward spiral towards Christmas. And I know all the other holidays are happening as well. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. And if I'm missing any of the holidays, they're included as well. I know the pagans are having fun with Yule. Actually, it's the winter solstice, so that's probably when Yule's happening. But yeah. So hopefully everyone's having a fun holiday season, and
Yeah.
appreciate you all. And this has been Etiquette Raider, and as Etiquette would say, have yourselves a damn good one. And so I'm going to
Bye-bye, everyone.
bye-bye. Going to try to raid into Zentrea. Sometimes people have restrictions, like if they don't want to be spammed with too many raids all at once. So let's see if I can do that real quick. Alrighty. As usual, behave yourselves. And when you go to sleep at night, be sure you made the world a better place in a large or small way.
Exactly.
See you all tomorrow for day number 5. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Rating into Zen. Alright, and I hit the stop